Don't ever speak to me again.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's GrimDark D&D.
Good evening,
Oh my
Internet.
god, we're online!
Hi, I'm Scott. I wrote
popular now. Oh my god. Alright, enough of that.
Trying to get my shit set up here. Got it set up.
Oh, I need to stop looking at your screen on Twitch because I don't see it in the game.
You can look at that's.
All I see is an
I'm
ad
sharing
for a Taco
what
Bell.
I've got on the stream is the player's version. I just got to share all the shit with y'all. I just had it pre-shared.
Oh, right. Whoa, I don't remember seeing this room. Oh, no.
Well, I
I
didn't
don't
have
have
one.
all
I
the
found a
big
map.
titty
It's not
demon
exactly how I
yet.
want it, but
But I think I'll survive without those somehow.
and that is actually a cool little feature here with Unity. Because
Son of a-
that pinkish color, you can adjust the RGBs and the brightness and stuff, because that's not what that map looks like. Hang on, check it out. Hang on.
It's a total Garrett move. What the hell?
Check it out.
Hey, I recognize those stones.
Yeah,
I think
see
I've
that,
used them.
Like, that's the color what it's supposed to be right there.
Hmm.
We're all still level 2, right?
Yep.
Until you finish
Okay.
that
Oh, yeah.
part.
I just wanted to make sure that we were still level 2.
Hang
We're
on,
freshly
finish that.
beaten too.
Me and my 11 hit points are going to do really good right now.
The
I
last
have
thing I remember is
sword,
that there's a
sucker.
warp stone in front of us, and I'm going to walk up and smash the warp stone with my mace.
You
Or
better
my-
fucking not. We have to at least have a discussion about this.
I believe I remember we were coming down a spiral staircase and there was a lot of pink glow, and then we saw lots of, like, porny pictures on the walls.
Alright,
I
well,
don't know what the fuck warp stone is.
our masseuse monk wants to discuss it, but the only discussion I'm having is how hard I'm going to hit it. Spoiler, maximum hard.
Can I attempt to see what I can discern from? Well, I mean, we'll get there.
Okay,
We'll
when
get
y'all finished up everything, you killed all the spiders.
hmm
You found the little secret door. It's a little, about like a 3-foot wide stairway going down, real tight. And there's a pinkish glow emanating from in there. As y'all stepped into the room, you could see. Now, y'all don't have it shared on your machines yet, do you?
No.
Okay, hang on. Let me pull all this crap up so y'all see what the stream sees. It had, the walls were very intricate with symbols and patterns, which I will share with you.
Oh, I'm so much happier to have seen that.
This is the stuff that keeps me up at night.
Yeah, it's just it's very intricate drawing of decadence and debauchery, murder, sex, orgies, lust, drug use, all kinds of stuff going on. Anything is very excessive in the depictions of things.
Ah, my 20s.
Yes.
My God.
Okay, y'all should have everything that the stream sees now.
Yep, I think your player needs to roll on the chaos table now.
We wouldn't want him getting away scot-free.
I don't remember. Did y'all roll for insanity when y'all came in here last time?
Nope, we just discussed it next time.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we actually did.
So the altar there, technically, what you see is it's not that square altar like the picture, but a like a cuneiform. It's like a big X pattern. Looks like the arms and legs are manipulatable, where somebody can be chained to it and it can be pivoted and adjusted. Looks more like a sex rack or something. There's a table beside it with this is just as y'all step in. You haven't gone in to search anything else. Various implements on it. And then the statue in the back is similar to the one that's the taller creature. The one with like the blades. The statue's kind of like that. And in one of the cloud in front of it is where this you see this stone floating where the pink color's emanating from. Like there's 3 chains holding it down in front of it, and it's like floating, but it's being held down by chains. That's immediately what you see as you walk in the room. or like y'all are coming down the stairs?
I thought that was Proxima running forward.
I need to actually move these other maps out of my way.
Is Seth's shirt isn't red, is it?
Oh,
Actually, it looks red now because of the color cast on it.
Oh shit.
sweats nervously.
So do all your shirts.
Seth, you didn't have a last name, did you?
He's the one that saved your ass last time. So. Okay.
I remember.
So what do y'all want to do?
We're worried
Say,
about
this
him.
is wall to wall across the ceiling. The floor is the only thing that doesn't have this intricate, like embossed and just the artwork. It's like all over.
Burn it all.
Can I do an investigation, perhaps?
I think I'm doing an almost involuntary. The syllables came out weird. Almost involuntary investigation, because I would be trying to take in the landscape.
Yeah, just
just
from
kind
where
of
you're
out of
at,
habit.
What do you? Is there anything specific you're looking for? Because it's a lot of this is very, very disturbing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm worried about. Is like I would be scanning it instead of like trying to avert my eyes from things.
Yeah,
Like
you're drawn to stuff. Yeah, so everybody go ahead and make wisdom saves.
Is there a
come on,
tower, or am I? Oh, that button's
Yep.
somewhere else, isn't it? Fuck. Where did that button go? It's hiding from me underneath all this porn.
Now, saving throws y'all can throw in chat. Only skill checks do y'all need to put in the tower.
Oh man.
You rolled
I would
an
still
8,
like to
right?
know
If
where
I
it is.
if I throw it in the chat and then it's lower, I'm gonna feel bad.
No, you rolled an 8.
Fuck!
So.
Oh, wonderful! Go +1.
Okay, so
Where's
Proximo,
the tower by
from,
default?
From your
Just
years
curious.
of
There it is.
I'm assuming, are you pulling the whole Proximo from Gladiator thing?
I'm actually more like just a farmer who got angry that his family was killed and picked up a mace.
Okay, so you weren't.
And never
actually a
stopped.
Gladiator.
I'm also sort of like seeking to die on my righteous crusade.
Okay, so you're just wanting acceptance of death and wanting it really has kind of stilled you a bit. So while disturbing, you're just like, yeah, fuck it. You don't care. Everybody else though, do so well with these images. On my rules, how many you lost? Gain.
Nothing is stopping the old man. Jesus.
The old man's already crazy. They can't make it worse.
Double crazy.
That's my secret, Captain.
I'm always crazy.
Crap, I've added so many pages to this document. I can't find it now. Hang on. Just tables of like mutations now. It's like shit.
Tentacles are just gonna sprout from my eyeballs.
Well, what's my
You're gonna
catchphrase?
get a crown of thumbs.
What's my catchphrase? Naturalize it.
Okay, nobody rolled a 1, so roll d10s. It was you who failed, so Fing and Drake rolled d10s. That's how many insanity points you get.
Come on. Well, it's above a 5.
I'll take
There
it.
should be, I think I put it under your log. Insanity points, you increase your
Log.
totals there.
So is that what I already had, or
That's
because
what you
that
already
perfectly
had.
matches what I just rolled?
No, that's what you already have, so add that to it.
Oh boy, I doubled it.
Alright. I have added it. I am a sinner.
You all got a ways to go. Once you hit 100 when the fun stuff starts.
Does anything happen before then?
No, it's just the slow accumulation of your mind getting to the point of breaking.
Ah, okay.
Oh man, that's my hobby.
I just assumed if we were like walking into the room with the elephant's foot that things would start being radioactive, but cool.
No. This is kind of like this. Instead of being hit points ticking down to the point of you may die, this is points adding up to the point of your brain fracturing, your psyche.
I think Brandon just said I had a lead brain.
Okay.
Yep.
You don't want to-
That's what I heard.
You're the one that walked in and took the picture. It's all right, guys. I got this.
An absolute madman who did that. What a champ.
What are y'all doing?
Okay. Well, this is a whole lot of smut and debauchery. Anybody want to break the thing in the middle?
Me.
Can I investigate? I'd like
Yeah.
to know if I know more about this than the rest of these hammer happy dingleberries.
You can make a roll. I mean, none of y'all this
What the-
starting out. Now, I guess you possibly have heard some old wives' tale or something, but this is way beyond anything
I
you've
don't know
ever
the
experienced.
specifics. Yeah. Investigation.
I walk up and smack it, and then Bradley's like, "All right, you don't even need to roll for insanity points."
Every time you hit it, you like gather another D10. Ting, 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 ting.
I
Mind
was going to say I action surge and hit it twice.
So what were you saying, Bradley?
Trying to move this thing. Do you see the small one still?
Yep.
Okay. Y'all can move wherever you want to do and tell me what you're looking for. Or do you still want to generalize, like, hey, we're searching the room kind of thing? You tell me what, because there's a table or that thing with all the implements. There's the glowing stone. There's the statue.
I'm gonna just kind of wander around the south side of the room, like trailing my hand along the wall of all the various carvings and paintings.
It's a very odd feeling as you're doing it. So, of course, it feels like stone. Other pieces, as you touch them, feel like flesh. And you move your hand
Ew.
quickly, and then you gently touch it again, and it's just stone. There's feelings of velvet. Some are wet, but then you check again, and it's dry. It's very odd.
Oh man, I hate that when you step on a spot on the floor that's cold and you thought it was wet, but it's totally dry. Ugh.
It's also made of flesh.
But that is not.
And then it's not, yeah.
Where
Guys,
you're at the bottom of the stairs right there. So you're seeing there's several implements. Can't quite make them out, like on the table that's up the stairs.
Fang will probably just walk around the room and like keep track of the signs. Like he won't draw everything because that would just take way too much time. But he's gonna keep track of like signs and patterns that he sees.
Yeah, memorize those patterns.
Absolutely, it'll go super well when I go insane later.
Or DM, do this horrible like floating pink gem that's just irradiating the room with badness. Do I get any sense of any of the? Is there a familiar energy or a wash coming from it
And
that
everything
I would have
you're-
sensed with my wife?
No, you're not getting it's. Everything feels off. It doesn't feel clean in here, but at the moment, that's all you're getting. Is it's just this isn't natural or right kind of thing.
You know, fire's a really great sanitizer.
What do we see in the statue at the front of the room?
From where you're at, it's more detailed. It's that, like I say, the one statue or the one picture I shared with the more feminine looking in a battle stance. Look
Hmm.
like the scythe. Look, it's kind of like that, but it's got like the crab-like claws,
Hmm.
are like they're reaching out to touch the stone, but they're not touching it.
So is that orb in front of it that you've marked? Is that the
Yeah,
actual
that's the actual
the floating?
That's the floating stone. It's got 3 chains like holding it down. Or, I'm sorry, let's say 2, one on each side there.
Are these skulls and bones on the map? Like
Yep,
actual? Okay.
there's several skulls and bones there. Seth's going, looking, just kind of kicking at them.
Can I see if I might be able to tell how old, like how long they've been there?
Sure, give me a medicine check.
Chiropract them.
Okay.
Absolutely.
As they look old, you don't know exactly how long, but they're nothing recent.
Like, well, older than a month.
You don't know.
Couple of
They're
days.
definitely older than a month.
So like a
dust
month
has
and a
settled
week.
on them. So I got like dust settled on them and fucking. there's just
It's like,
strangely enough,
32
there's no
days.
dust in this room.
Okay. Are there any? Are they just skulls or is it
There's all
ribs
kinds of
and?
bones there, not just skulls, body parts, but all bone.
Okay.
Femurs, rib cages.
All
Am
the
I
good
able to discern if they died like in the same manner? Do I find like a, I don't know, like the same broken bone or rib or punctured skull?
Nothing's the same. You see different cuts, different breaks, all kinds of stuff. Doesn't look like there's anything that's connecting other than brutality.
If I investigate the big like messy table with all of the blood in the middle, do I get any like? Yeah, just what do I get if I'm just looking over the implements on this big altar?
Going up there? You want to hear it, or you want to get closer to the stone?
No, right now I was just thinking of like as I
where
come
you're
up the
at, those are
steps.
stairs.
Right, so I'll come up the steps
Okay.
and just kind of bump forward to check this massive
Again,
center of activity.
As you're looking at those implements, there are various daggers or knives with different serrations. There's pliers. There's one thing. It looks like a bulb. Give me a history check.
History. Reading that once. Oh yeah, that's gonna go great. Damn, that's better than my +1.
Yeah, you know this is a. Now I'm damn it, I'm going blank. It's a.
I feel you, man. Go for it.
Damn it! It's a pair. It's a medieval torture device.
fun.
The bulb?
Pair of anguish.
Oh Jesus.
If you don't know what it is, look it up.
I'll Google that later.
Yeah,
in
basically,
incognito.
it's bulb shaped with an end that you twist. It's closed. It looks like a pear. You insert it in the anus, and then you twist the deal, and it starts widening open.
Oh,
It's called a
fun.
pair of anguish.
My
It's
favorite.
Fun forever.
There's one of those. There's also. Have y'all all seen the movie Seven?
Yes.
The implement for lust that was used. There's one of those. Big strap on that's actually a bladed thing.
Is there a box?
No, there's no box.
Yet.
Christ. Do I see?
Give me another will save or wisdom save just for seeing it
Sure.
and putting together, especially since you know
Yeah.
what that pair is.
Where's my wisdom is on the main sheet.
I want
There
to
we
know
go.
why you know what that is.
Oh God!
Nope. Roll another d10. This is just like realizing what these implementations are used for, and why this is here is just like really unsettling.
I added it.
Looks like people also really like to put them in the mouth.
My characters are once again saved by being stupid.
Y'all look. You kind of look up there and you see him like put his hand in his mouth, kind of like that, almost wanting to throw up.
Hey guys, this drove me a little bit insane, so let me tell you all about it.
Oh man, I was at this kegger this one time. Oh god.
Also, as you're up here now, you look over there. The reason you can tell that the light is this pinkish light is it looks like there's flesh draped over this stone, like tight to it. Not just like hanging loose, but like it's been adhered to all the facets of it.
In a brief moment of clarity before I heave again, do any of the implements on the table look like they might make for a better or more brutal weapon than what I'm currently carrying?
Definitely brutal, not wieldy as a weapon though. I mean, you could use it as an improvised weapon if need be for like the strap-on attachment. It would not be wieldy though.
Hey,
Plus,
Proximo,
it would
I've got an
probably be-
idea.
Probably a bit of just knowing what it was used for. Probably wouldn't want to carry it.
Oh, yeah, alright.
You can. I mean, that's up to you.
I was more thinking like a serrated dagger or something, but
Now there are some serrated daggers. It's going to be standard dagger, but you can look like a
checks
cool
his
cultist.
inventory sheet. I would like to collect a serrated dagger.
Oh, you got one.
Sweet. I'm going to add it to my sheet. It's still a dagger. I'm just going to call it a serrated dagger.
Or a ceremonial dagger, however you want to put it.
Sure.
The stabby dagger.
Items. Right, I'm off into the D&D Player's Handbook. You guys do what you will.
Well, I already know what I'm going to do, so I'm going to let Garrett go first.
You will let me what?
I'm going to let you go first, because I'm going to start burning it all.
We're leaving?
No, I'm just letting you know. That's why I'm letting you do whatever you want to do first. Because as soon as Proximo gets his way, burn.
What are you going to burn it with? Didn't y'all
I don't
use
know.
most, if not all, your oil on the spiders?
That was me.
I'll probably try to do it with a torch. Until then, I'll try to find something to set on fire
So
in this room.
This room's made of stone. So.
Damn. I'll have to go get more oil. Even though we've totally cleaned out this town of oil. I mean, they like physically can't have that much left.
Yeah, as you approach and you get close to it, everybody's you just kind of stop, but it's as you approach it, all of a sudden the surroundings change, and you're like in an opium den, and there's all kinds of beautiful women just like approaching you and rubbing your shoulders and like lay back, and one of them's bringing a hookah over there and handing to you.
Huh.
And this is something, it's reminiscent of area you knew growing up.
I will now immediately take several steps back.
Well, this goes on. Everybody just sees you stop. You're still there to them, but you're basically, this is all happening in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see after he approaches
You
the
see him walk up
flesh-covered
there,
stone?
and like he's looking at it, and then he just kind of stops, and he's got a slight sway to him, not exaggerated, but you can tell that he's like kind of out of it.
Is there anything loose and non-pointedly lethal near me on the table?
Like a rock or a skull.
There's like blunt instruments as well, like a club, hammer.
I'm gonna throw a hammer at his fucking head.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Roll to hit.
I'm improvising, so just a d20.
It will
Are you
plus
asking
your dexterity.
Oh, poop. Okay, well that was a really bad roll. So
What's your dex? What's your roll to hit? Like if you were using your throwing a dagger, but with no proficiency bonus. Just your dex.
Oh, with no proficiency, so that would be a plus. Really? My proficiency is 2. My dex is 2, but
so it'd be an 8.
Yeah. All right, that's an 8.
Yeah, you're like throw it and it just sails right past him, clatters on the wall.
Fuck! I'm gonna tackle him.
So Proximo,
What's happening?
you see him pick up a hammer and throw at Fing. Just randomly, all of a sudden, just picks it up and chunks it.
So I'm not aware that there's any supernatural shenanigans going on. You know what?
None
I'm
of
gonna.
y'all know this.
I-
What I described
yeah.
to him's only in his head.
I could tackle him.
You going now? You don't see anything happening to Fing. The thing you notice, because Fang walks up there and stops. It's not like he can go further because of the statue. So what you're witnessing is him walk up there and stop, and then Drake immediately pick up a hammer and throw at him. Maybe something's taking Drake over. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna tackle Drake. I'm gonna use my movement and just tackle him.
Well, who's got more ground to cover?
Well, he's got movement.
I've got 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Are we in combat with no enemies?
basically.
About to be. Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Okay. So,
Oh, we've got enemies now.
Just roll. It's not hard. I guess give me just roll a d20 in your strength bonus just to see. I mean, because he could sidestep as he sees you rushing him.
Man, we're
Wow,
a
these rolls
phenomenal
suck.
group tonight.
Wait. What do I roll?
Best.
Yeah, well, let's do a contested. Go ahead and give me a dex check. You see, all of a sudden, you see Proximo charging you.
Oh, crap. They've all gone insane.
Yeah, right.
Dex check.
Yeah, give me a dex check.
Dex save.
Oh no!
That one.
So you see him coming, and you decide you're going to dodge where he's going, but you move directly into his path instead. And yeah, he takes you to the ground. So you are grappled, unless you're doing something else. Okay, Fing, different things are going on in your head. Basically, you're starting to like puff on this hookah and getting high. Women are taking care of you in ways you've never had taken care of. It's great.
I hate it.
You look down and you have 3 dongs, man.
But you also see some of them as
Thanks,
they
I
smile
hate
at you.
it.
They've got like jagged teeth. Several of them do. Not all of them, but it's one of those. It's a mixture of revulsion and excitement at the same time.
I want to be just like pummeling on the old man, just like, let go! He looks like he's in a trance. Just fuck off!
Okay, so y'all play it out. That's what he says to you.
I'm just beating on your shoulders and whatever you have held against me.
Your soft, supple old man body.
All right. He shouts that. I'm gonna look up at Fang. Does he look like he's in a trance for my position?
Give me a perception check. I mean, y'all are wrestling on the ground. He's beating you about the shoulders.
For some reason, I'm imagining that he's trying to, and Proximo's just practically ignoring him because of this nat 1.
You know, no matter what happens, I just like to imagine like all of this happens, and then at the end they're just like, "All right, let's get out of here, Fang." And I'm literally just still standing there, like just lost in the shit.
Like 6 hours later, it's like, oh shit, we left Fang.
Yeah. So you know he's standing there. His like eyes are kind of glassy. There's that slight wobble, not like he's drunk wobble, but you just tell that he's kind of not all there. And he appears to be ignoring you two fighting.
I want to grab Proximo, like, if I can, like, just get his face in front of mine for a brief second.
Seth's running over there trying to separate you two. What the hell are you doing?
Did Seth not see him chuck a hammer at Fang?
Well, yeah, he did, but then he sees you run to attack him, so he thinks everybody's going crazy.
He's not wrong.
Christ.
Yeah, I'll let Drake go. I'm not gonna like choke him out or anything.
Blah.
Yeah, so Seth's pulling y'all apart, and so like, what? This place is driving us mad. Just everybody, keep your heads together.
I mean, I'm actually kind of fine. I'm actually gonna go walk up to Fang and I'm just
Wait,
gonna.
hold! Just before you get too close, Seth, stay back. Listen, I'm not going to get into details, but I've seen this happen before. I saw my wife put someone under a spell. And anyway, it looked like that, and I'm worried that what he walked up towards is doing it to him. If you get too close, I'm afraid the same's going to happen to you. I don't know.
Something's definitely doing it to him. Too easy. I had to.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Who's the fastest between us three?
I'm pretty sure we all have a movement of 30.
Yeah. At that point, you would go to who's got the highest dex would be the quickest person.
I have a 13.
I got a +2. Seth,
Score.
how fast can you run?
Seth, what's your dexterity
Seth's
score?
Got a 12 dex.
What?
Seth's
Okay,
got a 12.
Oh no, you cut out again.
Seth has a 12 dex.
Drake, you're the fastest.
All right. If I stop in my tracks, throw another fucking hammer at me, all right? I'm gonna try and blast this masseuse fucker off toward the other wall, and if I can break him away from the stone, then we can figure out a plan. But I don't like what's happening to him right now.
I'm gonna give him the okay. Just the hand symbol.
The big, the fingers. All right.
Yes.
Thumbs up. Gotcha.
The horns. All right, I would just want to bull rush as fast as I can, just like plow into the center of mass on our thing here, and try and just knock him as far away from that stone as I can.
So you see him, he kind of gets down.
Just trying to focus and plow straight forward.
Yeah, so Drake, like you see him kind of that rock and getting ready to run, and he bolts, and he takes his steps. They just kind of slows down as he gets.
Oh no, I brought Seth with me.
And he just kind of stops. He's not doing anything. Same kind of thing. And in your head, Drake, you're standing there at the door of your home. It's a beautiful day. And you see, and you feel like a hand come over your shoulder, like, "Come on back to bed." And you turn around and it's your wife, and she just smiles at you, and everything's perfect. You're back home again. And she just takes you by the hand and leads you to your bedroom. And you make love to your wife. And it's just totally enjoyable. And then you hear, "Daddy, Daddy, come look." And you get up and you walk outside. And she's taught the family dog how to play fetch. And you're watching your daughter play fetch with the dog. And
I throw a hammer at him.
Yeah, and you're just reliving this moment of joy in your life. Seth, you and or Seth and Proximo see the same thing. He just starts his run and then just kind of slowly walks a little bit further, and then is just kind of standing there.
I'm pretty sure Proximo threw a hammer at me.
Yeah.
Okay, throw something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hammer, rock, something heavy and hard.
You can just pick up something off the table.
Yeah.
Pick up
Dex
get a
check.
skull. Just
Creepy dong.
just do a throw. Just give me a range check. Just D20 plus whatever your dex is.
Oh, that's gonna do well.
Okay, so roll a D4. That's whatever your strength is.
Plus what?
Whatever your strength is.
16, so plus 3.
So you take 5 points of
Oh
damage.
Christ! There goes half my remaining health.
Wait, how? What?
Yeah, you just did 5 points of damage to him. You hit him like right in the head.
Did you say that was your remaining health?
half my
You
remaining
can
health.
see his.
Oh, half. I thought I just like knocked you the fuck out with a rock.
Okay. At that point, you and Seth's running forward. He's trying to grab you, and then you see him also stop. Proximo.
Oh shit.
Because he's trying to grab you, but he's close enough. It's okay. All of a sudden, the skies turn just gray and black. There's purple lightning happening, and a wind picks up, and you just hear unearthly howling and stuff, and you see just these demons and stuff like what you've seen on the walls around behind you are rushing out and just reach up and start tearing your daughter apart, and you hear your wife scream, and you turn around as they're assaulting her, and at that moment you come out of it falling to the ground with just being hit in the head.
And a vomit.
I respect that, actually. Humiliating your own character for the sake of role playing isn't what it's all about.
How do I? How clear can I take in my surroundings? Like, do I recall
You're
where
right
I am
you
again?
were. You're right. You're like, why did I stop running at him? And you're like, fuck. You got this pain in the side of your head. You see like a blunt implement laying down on the ground beside you, and you look around. Proximo's kind of like thumbs up.
Yeah, I've still got the okay sign again.
Okay.
He's like, you said
do
throw
I
something.
can I recognize the stance in Seth? It's similar to what our masseuse is doing?
Yeah, and you kind of guess probably what happened to you.
Okay, I'm gonna stare at the floor and reach and try and grab Seth's ankle and just drag us back
He's
toward
not
the
on
old
the
man.
ground. You're just gonna like grab his ankle and knock him down on the floor.
Yeah, no, literally just like I want to keep my gaze away from the stone, and I want to grab out towards the illustrious NPC next to me and just like flat out pull him off his feet to the ground and then just drag us backwards.
Okay.
And then just like down back toward the steps
Yeah,
where
as
Proximo
he
is,
as he
as much as
falls
I
and kind
can.
of like hits his head and stuff on the ground, he's like, "Oh, what the hell?"
What the hell, man?
Ugh. And I
Uh,
spit a little more like vomit that's still stuck in my throat out.
Fing, as you're doing this, there's strange things. Is like you're being like cut while you're having sex and getting high, and then you're being cut open at the same time. While it's painful, it's also enjoyable, and you're also taking turns. You know, with the knife that you've been cut open with a bit, you're cutting someone else open with, and then you kind of snap out of it. And you look at them, you see Drake's bleeding from the head. Seth's on the ground, and Drake's got his leg in his hand, pulling him backwards.
So am I standing over by them now?
Yeah, no, you're standing where you're at. It's just
Oh.
you've now kind of popped out of it.
I'm gonna go over here. And I'm just gonna sit on the steps and run, just like frantically checking all the previously untenderized pieces of my flesh.
You're checking your stomach and stuff, and it's like, okay, cool, that didn't happen, but it still feels like it actually did. Just both of y'all give me wisdom saves again for having
Rad.
Oh,
experienced
that's
that.
always fun.
That was kind of traumatizing, especially yours, Drake. Okay, Fing, it was disturbing, but at the same time, it was
Illuminating.
enjoyable. It was enjoyable too, so it wasn't that bad. It kind of bothers you being cut open, but
I've had worse.
Yeah, well, it was an odd experience. You're kind of cool in the head with it. It's like I say, it was fucked up, but you're emotionally cool. Drake, it's watching, experiencing the joy again of your family being alive, and then watching them being ripped apart by these things is too much. So give me another D10.
How many D10? Just one?
Just one.
I'm going to shout across to Thing as I see him moving away on his own behalf. You back with the land of living? Oi! Chiropractor!
Ah, man. Yes.
That's one fucked up stone.
Well, I mean,
Oh, yes.
yeah. Yeah, it is.
Well, it's not based on your vision. I figured that out. Oh, also Proximo good throw.
I give him the okay sign.
Fing and Drake, you hear like just ever so sibilant and barely audible, like whispering in your head, like, you can have all this. It can be real. Just join me.
Fang is like, no. They cut me
No.
open.
The joys, the pleasures, the ecstasy.
I want
Pain.
to go home. I don't want to be in the cave anymore, guys.
Proximo, you don't hear that. You can hear like it's almost like a wind blowing. You don't hear any words.
Cool.
Anybody else hear a creepy voice?
Seth looks at you and like kind of nods his head like he's very uncomfortable.
It's kind of weird because I want to approach the statue a little bit because I feel like there's nothing this thing, because Proximo is an angry old man. I feel like there's nothing it can offer me that would actually be very tempting to him, because what Proximo wants is to destroy shit like this.
Are you going up there?
Yeah, you know what? I am. I'm gonna walk up to the statue too. We already know they can throw hammers at me, so it's okay.
Wait, Prox!
So he just walked
I
past
also-
you, and then he stops, and then in your head
God
you
damn
start
it.
seeing like not this area. It's similar, but the iconography is different, and you were just like, you look like a warrior, like of legend. And you've got like the shoulder pauldron going like a gladiator style. You got that kind of armor on, and you're just like laying waste to like demons. Is the best thing you could come up with a word, but they don't look like anything that you've seen here. Some of them are big and grotesque and bulbous. Others are very warrior-like in their own aspect, but lots of horns and wings. Others are forms that mutate and change and shift as you're fighting them, and you're just going through fields and fields of them and destroying statues, and as you climbing through up like piles and mountains of these bodies of these demons, and you just feel glorious, but you're also bleeding from numerous cuts and gouges, and at the same time it's like pleasurable that you're feeling this pain, as well as what you're giving.
For some reason, you said that I was plowing through hordes of demons and stuff, and all I could think of was like Doom. I'm just like the Doom Slayer.
Oh, and I'm over here with a horrible mind thinking of a different version of plowing. Back here in the normal world, can I just throw a rope around this fucker and pull him away like by the neck?
Oh, you could just grab him. I mean, he's right there.
Well, I'm a little worried about getting too close to the stupid thing.
Oh, do you have a rope with you?
I have 50 feet of hempen rope.
Okay, so you're digging around there. Seth just reaches over and gives him like bear hugs him and pulls him back.
Can I just say, Brandon, it's great that you say even the things that you're thinking in character. I have 50 feet of hempen rope.
Okay, he pulled it. He's still Proximo's just still kind of standing there in a daze. On top of this mountain of bodies, you see you're looking all of a sudden now just this beautiful green farmland, and very reminiscent of your home and what you see, and just a feeling of serenity. And you kind of drop your weapon and you look down, and you're no longer wearing like gladiatorial armor. You're just like your regular farmer's clothing, and then you look back up and you're standing in the fields of your farm, reaching down. The soil is really good. You can tell it's very fertile, and you look over and you see your wife like churning butter and stuff, and it's like you're back home again.
I grab a free manacle off the table and I walk over to his face and I raise my arm
It's like,
and I slap him with the
doing?
free hand.
There is actually one thing I want to get at for this. The person that Proximo used to be before his family died is not who he is now. As soon as he gets to that and it tries to show him like the green farmland stuff, that's like he is a death seeker. He doesn't want this life anymore, so I don't imagine it holds. The statue probably doesn't understand that life doesn't hold that much for him anymore.
Whatever would be pleasurable and bring you back something. I'm guessing it with the little bit you've told me. So
yeah, that's fair.
Trying
Actually,
to share, each of you are getting senses of pleasure and pain in excess.
Definitely, the battle stuff is definitely his thing now, because this is definitely up his alley. Like, the man that he was as the farmer, he's dead. That guy is dead.
Yeah,
but the battle guy, that's totally awesome.
That's still something from your past, though, that's like, you may have suppressed it, but that's brought up things that your psyche has kept, like, repressed or hidden now. And that's still worth a wisdom save.
Yep.
Give me a D10. That's all. You almost had it as strong, but like that kind of
it's a 1.
Yeah, so it's not. It was just enough to kind of put a crack in that wall that you've built up to your past, but it's enough to kind of make you uncomfortable with remembering it.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right.
So I drag like a free manacle off of the altar, and I bring it with me as like a nice little rudimentary melee implement to repay the favor. And I'm staring at him in his glassy eyes, and I raise the manacle. It kind of dangles off my right arm, and I stare for a couple seconds, and I just give him a fucking slap with my left hand instead.
Okay, yeah, that he kind of comes to. Your cheek stings.
And I'm just holding the manacle in his face. You had options, old man.
You're thinking he's shaking this manacle at you. You're thinking you hit like a bitch because you're holding this iron manacle, and that really just stung a little bit.
How did you even manage to make it not hurt that much? That's more. As disgusted as I am, I'm equally impressed. I think my next.
We're traveling too long with the masseuse.
I gently move Drake to the side, and I just start smashing the statue at the Morning Star.
Okay, so you start. The pieces are coming off.
Do pieces fly over my head?
I mean, you're destroying it. It's pretty solid, but you're breaking. Some of the fingers and appendages of the ends of the claw. It's stone. It's not magical or anything. So I mean, you're tearing it apart, but it's pretty damn solid.
Yeah.
So you see him just raging on this thing, and you're hearing. You start hearing that where that wind was kind of in your mind. You starts forming words. It's like, yes, you can do this and more. You can join me, and destruction can be yours.
Oh, is it talking to me? Sorry.
Yeah, this is in your head.
I just ignore it. It's now it's pissed me off. That's the problem. They tried to show me visions of my past, and now I'm mad.
So he looks super. Y'all haven't really seen him this angry.
That's right, actually.
Him right now.
I want to have a little brain fart.
Wildly.
I want to shout, "Oi, Proximo! Hit the fucking manacles that are holding the gem down!"
Yeah, I can do that too. I'll turn around. Through fighting back some of the rage, I turn around and start smacking the manacles too. It's got to be taken out on something.
Yeah, break that shit too. Just while you're doing it.
Okay, are you trying just the manacles? You trying to hit the stone or what?
Also,
drop me a perception check in the tower, please.
Oh, I need to move the map out of the way to get to the tower.
Oh, wait, you can right-click on the tower to unlock it and then move it wherever you want it. Okay, you're just in a rage, just swinging. You don't notice anything.
Okay.
Oh, fucking hell.
Doesn't mean everybody should freak out because he missed a perception check. He just doesn't notice anything.
Right. But after he doesn't respond to my shout, I want to look to Seth to my left.
Swinging and hitting the chains, so he was heard.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the roll meant. So is he starting to like break away the?
But as he hits some of the chain, it like flexes and like if you were to hit a chain that's hanging, how you would expect that to work. It moves.
Oh, so I'm imagining that this is like a floating gem covered in horrible flesh, but then there's like two chains that anchor to the ground.
Yeah, the chain
somehow.
They're anchored to the ground, and then like picture like an iron ring around the center of the stone, holding it. And so it's like it's floating. The chains are holding it to the ground. So as he hits some of the chain and stuff, of course, it flexes and moves around and it sways in the air and then rights itself again.
So I'm going to look left to...
Smack the gem. I'm strong of will. I am weak of brain.
So you're going to swing at the gem?
Yep.
Okay, roll to hit.
Excellent.
In the moment, I'm leaning to the left to Seth, be like, I want to see if we can pull the gem away from the fucking statue, but we got to break it free for... Oh shit, what's he doing?
I rolled a nat one. Oh no.
Roll me percentile.
This is like the worst nap. This is the worst time to roll a bad boy. I'm sorry, what did you say, Bradley?
Percentile dice.
I'm sorry, you cut out right there too.
Percentiles.
I think I heard percentile?
Yes, roll percentile dice. Can you hear me?
Is that a D100?
Yes.
Yeah, if you right-click on the D10, you can pick the percentile option and then drop it.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Thus left Proximo.
92.
Damn!
So you go to take the swing, and it just flings out of your hand and smashes into the wall. You're so mad, you've worked up a sweat, and you just like you want to destroy this thing in one blow, and you just baseball swing it and totally like send it flying against the wall.
Oh shit! You hit it!
No, not the stone. His weapon goes flying against the wall.
Oh, that's way different.
Yeah, because he fumbled, so he totally lost his grip on his weapon and sent it flying into the wall. It's like
No.
It's like over here.
Aw. I really like my Morning Star.
I mean, you can go pick it up. It's just you
I know. I'm just kind of sad that I rolled a nat one against an inanimate object.
Well, it's still because you were sitting there, the chains. You're trying to judge it, and you're just in a rage and pissed off and just swinging wild. Now, if you'd rolled low enough, you would have broke your weapon, but you just threw it against the wall.
I think this actually calms me down. Actually, like the blind rage leaves me once I have to actually once I realize I have to actually stop and go pick it up.
Oh no, my tantrum lost my weapon.
Yeah, it's kind of that moment when you're having like a little baby tantrum and accidentally like bash your hand into a wall, and you're like, "Oh, okay, that's enough." You guys know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely. Yes, I do that every day.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But it's like that moment where you accidentally stub your toe because you wanted to kick something really hard, and that's the moment where Proximo's like, "Phew, okay, maybe. All right, let's calm down a little bit."
So you see him calming down. What are y'all doing?
Because clearly my current strategy wasn't working. So
Not with that attitude.
no, he did.
Oh, gentlemen!
However, hitting it and slashing around at this thing, some of the flesh has like torn off of the gem, and you see like a green glow from the actual gem underneath.
Ew. Our RGB changed.
Not enough to fill the whole room. I can't do a certain section. Maybe I could make another layer and then just fix them. I don't know.
I know that the R dropped a little bit.
If I were actually rolled a barbarian, I probably would have said I tried to headbutt the gem in a rage, but
That would have
I'm
been
glad I'm
awesome.
not a barbarian right now. That would have been a pretty sweet dramatic move, but
Yeah. Oh, you hit.
I am a.
And then,
Sorry,
then
what?
it's you hit it, and then it's like, okay, now you need to give me some saves because you just touched Warpstone.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably not great. You tried to headbutt Warpstone. You're putting your brain case as close as conceivably possible.
You're now doing a Diablo 1 and shoving it into your forehead.
Oh God.
And Korn himself has appeared. Congratulations.
Oh, gentlemen! I want to try to pull this stone away from the fucking statue, but it's stuck by 2 chains. Anyway, we can just break those, and I can try to wrap something around it. We can drag it way the fuck behind us, so nobody else has any
Well-
horrible fucking headaches.
Well, I did throw a hammer at you. We could just, grab the hammer and break the stone underneath the chains. No need to make it complicated.
Every time one of you fuckers gets close to that thing, you all go glassy-eyed, and we have to come up with a new plan.
Proximo's been wailing at it and just walked past it to get his weapon. Nothing else has happened to him.
Alright, never mind. New plan. Proximo, you just break the fucking chains, alright? You have some kind of old man magic.
As soon as he says it, I'm like, the only old man magic I have is pure, unadulterated rage.
Seth is like, I'll do it. Goes and picks up the hammer, and he starts like working at the stone by the base where it's underneath. Nothing's happening to him.
Fuck.
What are the rest of you doing?
Alright, I'm just gonna cram in right next to Seth then, and like try and smash at it with, let's see, what do I have? Serrated, nope. I'm gonna see if I can pry it open with my dagger.
Okay, as he's breaking stone loose, you're like digging in there trying to loosen stuff up. Give me a perception check.
Time to fail. Ooh.
Yeah, today has not been our day for rolls.
Nope, yep, I
Yeah.
can't roll above a 10.
No,
I
also
rolled-
on skill checks, y'all drop in the tower, please.
Oops.
Our only good roll this entire session has been me attacking my friend.
You don't have to redo it. I'm just saying whenever y'all do check, because checks you're not going to know if you notice or don't notice something or perform well. Saves are you're going to pass or fail. Those can be in chat. Attacks, of course, you're going to know if you hit or missed. It's just any skill checks.
Right. DIL.
What are you doing, Fang?
I guess I'll just be following them, trying to,
On this side?
not get horribly brutalized.
Okay.
Again.
You give me a perception check.
Me?
Yep.
Okay.
In the tower.
Perception.
Ooh, that shadow looked like a 20.
It wasn't.
It was so instant, matter of fact.
Well, it wasn't, but it was good enough to, as you're working on this, you notice behind the statue, like against the wall, for the way the light's being cast and some of the pieces that were broke off, looks like a seam, like where a doorway would be.
What do you describe the seam for me?
Like, you know the shape of a door?
So like it. Okay,
Looks
so
like
I
a
see,
5-foot arrow.
like an
That's
like the outline of a door.
yes.
But okay, I thought we were about to get magical in here. It's about to be weird.
Okay, I was
Oh
Brandon
no,
and I-
we're already weird, son.
I was gonna
Like,
say Brandon and I both. You said that Brandon and I are both like, "What the fuck? It's a fucking door."
Yeah, it's funny
I
because
thought he
like
meant, like,
describe it.
something else.
It's a don't be a square,
It's
daddy-o.
a fuck.
It's still got the
I'll
intricate
point
patterns
it
of
out.
all the artwork on the walls, but you definitely can see like this seam that makes the outline of a door frame.
Just lots of boobs and death.
I'm gonna point it out to the gang. Just, hey, friends, there's a door behind the statue.
Is it what? As I'm hammering with a dagger, totally
You
ruining
don't
the
see
blade.
you glance up like there's no door there. There's just a wall.
Oh god damn it! Somebody get a hammer and smack the masseuse again.
I'm on it. Attacking my allies is my specialty, apparently. Proxima walks over to where our masseuse man believes there to be that. You know what I mean.
He points it out to you. You can now see what he's talking about. Or actually, you haven't rolled yet. Give me a perception as you walk over there with advantage.
Okay, because it was pointed out. Yeah, that's good.
I try to low-key whisper to Seth. Oh shit, I think they've both been taken over again. Be careful, alright? We've got to be ready. Pating, pating, pating.
Oh yeah, it's totally. You're like, yeah, okay, I see it. So yeah, you see you don't know how it opens, but you can definitely. It's looks like some sort of conceal or a secret door of some kind.
I look for a brick in the wall that looks like it's been handled more than the others.
Give me an investigation.
Yeah. Dang, how do I have +2 intelligence? How's that possible?
You know, Proximo, all in all, what you're looking for is just one more brick in the wall.
You look around, and there's a nipple on one of the demons that if you press it in, it looks like it could be pressed in.
I hit it with my mouse because I'm not touching that.
Okay, you use your weapon to push it in, and then the door like it kind of goes in like about an inch and then slides to the side. And I don't have a drawing for it, but it's just a little like a 10 by 15 room. It's a light pouring in from behind here. It looks like there's a table with all kinds of glass tubes, and you don't know what it is necessarily. Basically, it's an alchemical table. All kinds of like beakers and tubes and shit like that set up. And looks like there's a bunch of bottles. There's several on the table that look like they're full, and there's looks like a leather satchel on the table.
I'm gonna look at Fang and Drake and be like, "Is this witchcraft?"
I'm still hammering with my dagger at like a weird anchor in the floor.
Yeah, y'all. At this point, you and Seth managed to get this side broke up.
Ting. Do
And
we
it
see any
kinda
change in
floats
the
up.
stone that it's holding down?
Do what?
Do we see any change in the warp stone, whatever you want to call it, that it's anchored to?
Well, yeah, that it floats up a little bit more to the other side that's anchored down. So, because you've let one side go, so it kind of floats up where the chain's straight up and down on the other side.
All right, Seth. It looks like they actually had something, so forget the whole plan about killing them. Let's just not talk about that again. What did you find?
Oi, masseuse, tell me what's in that leather satchel. That's more your thing than mine.
Leather satchels are more his thing.
You go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Proximo is not going to be able to identify alchemical stuff, and he knows that.
Which one of y'all had the torch? Or did each of you have a
Didn't
torch?
we all have torches?
I know I definitely did.
We'll say there's actually you look around. We'll say that there's sconces on the wall with torches, so you can light up everything if you want.
Absolutely.
As you do that, it clears up some of it. Sets the color a little bit more normal now.
Whoa! Fantasy Grounds Unity is
There's
crazy.
Still, yeah, still around the statue itself, around the stone itself, is giving that object source lighting of that pink hue, a little bit of green mixed in. It gives a sickly purple. Fang inside you, give me a. I guess give me a history.
Hell yes.
Yeah, definitely. This is an alchemical table. You know this that herbalists or sorry, alchemists and stuff are known. Their alchemists aren't fully trusted, but the things that they create are too helpful that people typically don't give them too much shit. There was some people want to call them that say they use witchcraft. Others, say it's a science or something, but there are professions. There is a alchemist profession. Basically, that's one of the in game terms. One of the subclasses for the witch is alchemist.
Now that Seth and I have broken free our half of the anchor, can I kind of sneak around the back and lean over Seth's shoulder and scan the room?
Yeah, you're looking around. You see the same thing. It looks like a workbench area, and
Do I see any familiar herbs or like piles of dust or things that we may have kept in our back room?
a few things. Just give me actually roll me a d10 plus 5.
Oh my god. Plus 5d10.
So basically, you find about 11 potions worth of material.
Bloop. Wow. Drake's eyes go a little wide.
And there are roll 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, hold on. I gotta add the bonus.
There are 8 potions on the table that are like lined up like that are full. Say the other stuff you found there's including, vial like test tubes type, containers, beakers of different stuff that would go along with that potion, the materials, that 11, but there are 8 of them that have liquid in them.
Do I recognize any of them?
They are all different. The only way from what you know of your wife, and okay, now what was her background? Was she just a straight up, did she have any, like, did she try to hide it with, like, herbalism, alchemy, things like that?
She mostly made poultices. She didn't do a whole lot of, like, actual brewing and things.
Okay, well, so I've got another subclass that's an herbalist. So, yeah, so that's what she would have been. You know that while she didn't make potions, she talked about them a little bit, and the only way you can tell, you could have the same potion be 15 different colors. So you can't just tell by looking at one, you have to taste them.
Oh, balls.
Game terms, you can take a sip of it. It's not going to use the potion up, but you will be able to tell, or you might be able to tell what it does. But if it's a bonus, if it's something like poison, you're going to have to make a save, and of course, take normal negative shit. And then there's a leather satchel there with like it's got like knot work edging around it.
If I have the time to do it, I'm just are the potions stoppered?
Yes.
I just want to like scoop up the pre-assembled potions and just put them in a bag. Just I don't know what they are, but I know what they are, but not specifically what they are. So I just want to like
And they're
arm,
sitting on a cloth.
scoop,
You can
and
sit there
thump.
and like lay them down. And there's a cloth that you can roll them up in to keep them from like the glass breaking together.
Sure, some linen or something, just so it's all just a big lump. But yeah, I recognize enough of what I'm seeing to be like these might be useful. Um, they might be dangerous. There's a whole lot of play in there, but I'm gonna roll them up and just like stuff the 8 potions in my bag.
What about the say? There's also the. What about the materials? Are you leaving them? Or are you going to load them up? Or what?
Well, that's a good question. Did they look more familiar than the weird like vials of various colors?
You don't know
Because
what
that's
the
what my
hell they
wife
are.
worked in.
You may have seen a thing here or there that's sort of recognizable, but most of this stuff are powders and different things that she didn't work with, but maybe a couple come into it. There's not a lot of. There's some dried herbs that you do recognize, but other stuff you don't know what the powder is and stuff like that. You know it's materials for making something.
Or Fang, do you recognize any of these? The various plants and piles of dust and things?
And he will recognize a few things here or there, can point out, hey, this is whatever. Is it just for simplistic terms? It's materials for if anybody makes potions. Not going so far deep that like, okay, well, unless it's something super special, you don't have to have like Eye of Newt, all that kind of stuff.
No, I'm adding an item to my inventory list that's just 8 random potions.
Are
Drink
you?
them all at once.
I was going to put it in the party sheet. I just didn't know if y'all were what you were taking.
Got to be vitamins in there somewhere.
I'm just gonna straight up in the moment kind of mention to Fang if nobody else is coming into the room. I know several of these are useful for things. I my wife never taught me, but just trust me. All right, we could gather these. We could probably use them later. Just grab stuff. This is good or bad. I'm pretty sure this may come in handy later.
All right. Listen, it's been a long day, so I'm not going to argue with you, and we'll sort this out later.
What about the satchel?
What about the stone?
The satchel, yeah, the satchel and the stone. What are y'all doing?
Stone's still back outside. Satchel's still in here. I assume Fang was investigating the satchel.
Or is that what you're doing, thing?
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like old leather, but it's still in good shape. It appears empty.
Nothing at all.
No. Looks like
Well,
you.
fucking hell, man! Use it to gather up all the stuff.
It-
Just pull it off the
well-
shelves and throw it in.
It looks like it
I will
would
do
have.
just that.
The shape. It's not. It doesn't open wide like a satchel, like a deep. It would be more like you would put like papers and stuff like that. Like maybe somebody that does like a scribe would use.
Okay. It'll hold potions for now, though, right? Or
Well, I got
materials?
those. No worries.
Do what?
I'm just pointing you to like various things on the shelf, like that glass full of leaves and that like weird tin full of blue powder.
Okay, so you put them in there.
Cool.
Did we notice anything else weird about the antechamber?
Nope. That actually looked like a mundane, just work area.
Not the treasure room. Got it. I don't know. In GrimDark, 8 potions is fucking amazing. said the player. Wait, did the gem move north? Oh, right, because we
Yeah, it's just
put an
basically
anchor.
lifted up and it's being held, suspended by the other chain. Instead of being centered between the two chains pulling it down, it's now floating up towards the other side.
Is anyone else getting any weird visions?
Everything seems fine. You hear whispers throughout every now and then of like the same thing, an enticing whisper of you can have the pleasures and all the pain you want. You join us. It's not an insistent, incessant one, but every now and then it's just more kind of just off-putting and disturbing.
Boy, Proximo, Fang, Seth.
Yes.
What do we want to do here? It's still tied down. We can either try to destroy it outright, or drag it the hell out of this forest, save the town that we came from, and find someone who can obliterate it with some kind of better, maybe godlike powers, religion,
There
or
is
just
no
bury it in the fucking center of the. Oh, right.
Technically, you wouldn't say that. There
Never
are no
mind.
deities.
Oh, hold on. Let me rethink what I was going to say. Do we just smash it here and now? Or do we drag it the hell away from this city, village, hamlet?
I can personally attest that trying to smash it did not go well.
Let's
What
hold
the hell
on
do we
to
do with it?
Just we'll hold on to it for now, and
Let
if
me see.
anybody asks where we got it, we'll
Drake,
tell
because
them.
of your give me a history check.
Who?
I'll just say because of what your wife was.
Drake? Sorry, I missed a bit of your audio.
Fucking shift button. Because of what your wife was, give me a history check just in case maybe there was a story or something in your past that you may have some inkling.
Oh, sure. Let's roll that -1 again.
Hell yeah.
In the tower?
Please. Yeah, any skill checks are in the tower.
My bad.
You don't know much about it. You vaguely recall. You don't know what it. Some sort of stone. You don't know what it was called. You're maybe putting two and two together, but that some sort of metal you mentioned, like maybe if it was in a container of some specific metal, but you can't recall what type of metal or anything about it, but some stone could be contained without causing its effects in an area if it was sealed within a special container of some sort of metal. That's about all you can recall.
Right, well, the old man didn't have good luck with his blows. I got a lot of rope with me. We could take this pretty far away from the people that it's fucking up. If y'all want to help me destroy that other manacle, before we do it, let's throw a fair bit of rope and other satchels, canvas, whatever we can find around it. Blur the light a bit. And we can drag it the hell out of here and find someone who can build it a proper box.
Okay.
I absolutely hate that I'm forced to agree. Not with you. Just taking it with us. I don't like it.
Okay, so you're gonna break the other manacle loose.
Yeah, I'll just walk up and slap that shit.
So what I wanted to try first was like securing our tether, like a long, like maybe put a canvas bag over it and then just like wrap it in various monkey knots around, so it's just covered in rope, for example. so that we can just drag this floating core of horror away with us, like 50 feet behind the horse.
Okay, so you secure it and you're going to release the other manacle?
Yeah.
Okay, so you work it, get it broke loose. As soon as you break loose that manacle, it just falls to the ground.
Well, wasn't expecting that.
I am going to do one thing. Is there any like cloth around here or anything?
Not
There's some
unless
skin.
y'all have some on you. There's nothing else in here.
Okay. I tear off, I don't know, the bottom of my shirt, part of the bottom of my shirt, and I use it like a makeshift glove to get the rest of the nasty flesh off the stone.
Okay, as you peel that away, it also as it hit the ground, you hear the tink of like a crystalline type rock, and it just kind of falls out of the round centerpiece that was holding it, and it's just laying there on the ground. Some of the flesh comes off. You scrape the rest away, and it's just a green glowing stone. And you wrap it up. The light dims, and there's a heat to it almost, an uncomfortable feeling holding this. Doesn't do anything to you. You're not touching it raw, so. But it's uncomfortable just being this close to it in your hand.
Yeah.
It's very light though.
So, just so I'm 100% on track here, you tied a rope around it and you're just going to drag it behind you?
Yeah, I'd rather not have it in my pocket.
Fair.
And this thing's, I'd say it's about a foot, like from tip to tip, maybe 6 to 8 inches in the center area. So it's not real big.
I'd rather just tie like a monkey's fist of rope around it and then just drag it behind us, like, so much victory of war or something.
Just picturing this like a little 1 foot bundle wrapped up being drugged by a rope.
I'm not about to have it in the fucking horse's satchel or the whatever cart we get. It's just it can sit way in the back.
Way in the back.
Okay, so y'all get that done, or y'all leaving, or what?
Well, I mean, we'd go back to town first, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Are y'all leaving the quote dungeon?
Yeah.
Seth, Fang, Proximo, you all see anything else in here? You want to Proximo? You want to just break the rest of the statue? You were doing pretty good there for a while.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, he finishes breaking the statue. Y'all leave. Make your way back to town. Now, as you get into town, you're just going to keep dragging this thing with you?
I'm actually going to stop outside. I would say like maybe 30 yards out from the crossroads, the signpost, and just kind of hold as post with the rope behind me, about 30 feet back.
And you're going to do what with it?
So we're dragging this rope that's got a
Right.
big like bundle at the end. So I want to stop at the crossroads, the one like big signpost of the town, so that the horrible gem is hanging off like 30 feet behind me, and just kind of stand there as vigil.
Okay, so you basically, I want to know like because people are gonna be like, what are you dragging? You're drawing it. It's going to have attention drawn to it. That's the thing. You're not trying to hide it.
Nope. If anybody comes like towards me, I'm just gonna try and ward them off. Be like, look, I'm trying to keep this out of town. We got to get rid of it. We got to take it away.
Oh yeah, well, when y'all come in,
we solved it, but
yeah, everybody's like, well, what's happening? What is that? Why are you dragging a rope? What's in there? Is that a rock? Different people. The old lady comes to check on Proximo. Oh, you've been hurt again.
Not again.
Yeah, Seth's girlfriend's coming up. Y'all are still in pretty bad shape, so People are checking on you. What happened? What did you find? Seth starts telling people
Fucking
about
spiders.
yeah, spiders.
So he doesn't tell them about the stone.
People are asking about like what is that?
I just want to clarify that Seth himself has not said anything about it.
No,
Correct?
I'm not. He's an NPC. He's not gonna take. He's just like, oh, there were spiders and blah blah.
I just want to make sure that I don't want him to be or I don't care if he steals our thunder. It's not like we're gonna go out there and just be like, it's a stone. I'm essentially clarifying that he's smart enough to know that maybe letting everyone know what we got is probably not a good idea.
Yeah, because I don't think were you here when y'all fought the rat?
I was, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he didn't. It was agreed on that people didn't need to know what kind of horror was in there and stuff.
Okay.
This one was just hey, there was an infestation of big spiders that were taken care of. It's nothing he's talking about. But people,
anyone gets
several
close,
people are interested in what's this rope? What are you dragging? What is this?
anyone gets close to me in particular, I'm just gonna try and ward them off physically, like the one hand out. We dredged something up from the depths that was causing all of the horrible creatures in the forest. We need to get it away from your city, so
why'd you bring it
just
in?
give us a moment, pause, and then we will take it away.
Yeah, there's some people that are concerned, like, well, why'd you bring it to town? You know, if it's dangerous, why'd you bring it here? I understand you say you're going to take it. Where are you taking it? When are you taking it?
Far away. We need to pass through very briefly. Nothing will come of you, or nothing will come of your village. We just, as soon as we can get it through, we will be gone.
Okay, so what are y'all going to do for resting? Because y'all are in pretty bad shape, and where are you going to keep this thing in the meantime?
Do we want to just short rest and get out of
A
town?
short rest is really long.
Well, a short rest is what, a day as opposed to a week.
Yeah, it's probably
Boy,
best.
Seth, come over here.
Yeah.
What corner of the forest is the least used? I know you frequently like branched out into various corners to hunt and things. What's like the crappiest corner that nobody ever finds anything?
Where we came from.
Fuck.
Cool. Rad.
Alright, listen, I'm telling you and no one else. I've got him like by the collars in my face. I'm gonna carry this about 400 yards directly back towards where we came from. I'm gonna find the gnarliest tree, and I'm gonna dig down and bury this thing under some solid rock. Like, just put a bunch of rocks on top of it. Just long enough for us to gather our bearings, get some resources, rest for a day, and then I go back, I dig it up, and we just get it the fuck out of here.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. So he does his best at calming everybody down. Any of the people that are concerned, you head out of town. What are the two of you doing, Proximo and Fing?
I actually also want to talk to Seth a little bit. What's the name of this town again?
Shit, what did I name it? I don't remember.
Whatever
you want to name it.
Towny Town.
Town, USA.
Thought I had it listed, but let me look at my notes.
no wonder this place is such a shithole. It's in the U.S.
If I did have it in the notes, it was in the other, in Fantasy Grounds Classic. I'll have to look. Yeah, whatever you want to name this town, we'll call it that.
This is Minoris.
I'm good with that.
Okay, Village of Minoris.
I'll take
That's
20.
in the notes.
All right, cool. So Seth, I just want you to know, you are the champion of Minoris now. They're gonna look to you for their defense because you are a champion.
he's still like, it doesn't appear comfortable with that. It's like I told Drake before. It's I do what I have to do to help protect these people. It's not because I'm some hero. It's just the right thing to do. My family's here. People I love. It's where I grew up. It's the right thing to do.
Seth, I don't do this because I want to. I do because I have nothing left. I don't want that for anybody else. That's why they need you.
And he just kind of nods, but it's still that reluctancy of like, yeah, I'm nothing special, but I understand what you're saying.
Nope. Yeah, well, as long as he doesn't say it, I won't say it, but in my head, I'm thinking, like, nobody's really that special anyway. We're not that special. No, that's like what's in Proximo's head, though. Like,
Yeah, no,
we're not
this
that special either.
totally. I was just.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Like,
I'm more laughing because I had a similar like argument with him, trying to give him like a raise you up speech after he saved our asses in a session you weren't there for, and he's just like, "No, I'm not a hero." He just keeps batting it down.
no, the problem with Seth is that he's going to need to be.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you go and bury the thing. Anything things want to do all this? Are y'all anyone going with Drake, or are y'all doing your own thing?
I mean, I suppose the only thing I have to do is make sure nobody else really wants or needs my medicine.
Y'all are in pretty bad shape. Let's see.
I mean, I don't have real medicine for us right now.
PC. I mean, player wise, Seth's at 7 hit points. Fing, you're at 4. Proximo's at 10.
Yeah.
And Drake's at 6. So y'all are in pretty bad shape.
I don't get real medicine until next level, but I do chiromancy. You know
Well,
how it
speaking
is.
of that, y'all are now 3rd level.
Oh, wait. How do we use our hit dice? And how do I take a fucking nap?
Well, you go out, you bury your stuff. I'm just trying to, if there's anything more detailed you want to do. Otherwise, you go bury it, you come back to town, y'all can rest for the evening. Y'all level up in the process.
So I wanted to find a place. I'm trying to use my knowledge of the wood as it is in this region, which is pretty friggin' creepy.
You find what you're looking for. Whatever it is in your mind that you see, you find it.
So it's a well-grown, very healthy, thick, hearty, like ironwood tree that shows like lots of green leaves, well-spread branches. So like, as far as I can tell, any rot from otherworldly regions or even just like various fungus has not touched this place. And that's the roots that I want to bury this under and just like drop lots of local stone on top of it.
I'm saying this is fall, so an early winter. Not it's fall, but it's colder than normal. So you've got picture that like a late fall, even though it's early fall for you, a late fall, early winter Germanic forest.
Okay.
Pretty.
So looks like a very hearty, yes, like intense bark tree. But yeah, I find a little nook between two very thick roots and just dig down a bit, bury the stone, and then just pile a bunch of stone on top of it, and then cover it with earth, and then lots of leaves, and then some various dead animals that were around.
Okay, it's done. You head back to town.
Nature pile, go!
Okay, so that's done. Y'all come back to rest if there's anything specific you want to do. Otherwise, you can blow hit dice.
I sleep like the dead.
Yep.
Okay. So.
Do we also get to level?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh bleep. I need to check your your GrimDark sheet.
Let me see what restrictions on. Let's see.
I'm gonna
Like,
say-
I don't even have classes in Fantasy Grounds.
Not have that stuff library loaded.
Classes is wait, hold on. I think I
All
can
the
turn
books
it
are
on.
loaded.
Yeah, I can turn it on. Got it.
Now for Ranger,
Yeah, I'm good.
I've still got to put your other shit in. The only thing that's not available, Gloomstalker. You can pick Gloomstalker, but Umbral Sight, that's not available. That feature is not available. Horizon Walker is not available, and Swarm Keeper is not available. Otherwise, you can pick any of the Ranger classes. Say Gloomstalker is available, just not that specific ability to see in the dark. For monks, Way of the Shadow is not available. Way of the Astral Self's not available. Four Elements is not available, and Sun Soul is not available. And for Way of
I
Mercury,
think. Yeah, we were talking about Way of Mercy. You said you changed the 6th.
yeah, the
Well-
Noxious Aura is changed to not be cloud-based effect and does not hamper ranged attacks. But you can spend 1 Kai to make a flurry of attacks against all enemies within 5 foot. All enemies must make a con save or take a wisdom bonus worth of damage, and gain the poison condition. So it's not like a aura of gas around you, but you're making an attack that delivers a poisonous condition, like you're hitting
Right.
weak points on them or something.
Yeah, which is what I believe I was going for originally. So hopefully that's if I level up, it'll be there, and if it's not, what do you want me to do?
I'll just if Mercy's what you're taking, if it's not there, just pick something else, and I'll try to adjust it later.
Okay.
What was Mercy?
Or DM.
I'm gonna sound like an asshole when I ask this because I ask this every single time we level up. All I have to do is click the fighter shield thing and drag it to where it says fighter 2.
Yeah, you open up the fighter sheet and then drag it onto it. And for fighter, the only thing that's not available, Arcane Archer, Eldritch Knight, Psychic Warrior, those are not available. And then for the Rune Knight, abilities that increase in size may cause negative reactions from NPCs who perceive it as witchcraft.
That's
Or-
fine because
or
I'm
voodoo.
battle master.
Okay.
So DM, I reached level 3 and I picked Beastmaster. So while I was burying this horrible gem, I'm dropping like half the rocks in, and I look up, and I've got a wolf just staring me down, just off the top of the root that I was burying things under.
Yeah, very interested
Um,
in what you're doing.
what am I picking up from this critter in particular? Because it seems different.
If this is what you're picking for Beastmaster, you tell me how it works out.
I have to
Alright.
load all the modules again. I wanted to just say that out loud because apparently I have to do that now again.
It's okay, just turn it off and on again. It's fine.
I literally tried to level up and was like, "You're trying to access stuff from the handbook. You don't have that shit. Go download it."
Oh, whoops.
I have another question real quick. How do I add my maneuvers?
Those will have to be.
Oh yeah, you hit
coded.
3.
Did you say they'd have to be coded?
Yeah, if they do something specific, I don't know. I don't think I have that library module. Let me look.
So as I'm throwing these pieces of limestone down into this hole, trying to fill it up, I look up and there's just this bristly, menacing dog with teeth bared, staring down from the top of this root/log above me, like 5 feet up. And I just slowly raise my eyes up, and then once I con what I'm looking at, I look down again. And I slowly reach behind me into my pack, and I grab a ration pack, and I just kind of chuck it about 10 feet off to the right. And as I look back up, it's still staring at me a bit. And I just kind of twitch my head to the right. And it takes just a brief second to sniff and scan. And I don't move. And it doesn't move. I sit there for like 5 fucking minutes. And it finally, like, trots off. And I finish my work, and I kick some dirt over it, and I stomp it down. And I like, put a big upright stick right there so I know how to find it again. And as I turn around, it's standing there in front of me. And I'm like, in hell, I only have like 3 more rations. And as I stare into its face for the first time and just try to, like, play alpha, it stares right back at me. It's got the teeth bared. And I start to reach for the dagger. And it closes its mouth, but it's still staring straight at me. So I don't back down, but I let go of the weapon. And I switch to another ration. And I kind of just toss it in the front. And it keeps its eyes on me while it eats the whole thing, paper and all. And so I just kind of tilt my head to the side, and it tilts its head to the side, and I look back the other way, and I take a risk and I look away, and I look back and it's still there. Okay.
See if it
Well,
places
you're not gonna kill me, but wow. We never had a dog. We had pigs. Do you like scraps?
When you say we never had
It
a
kind of
dog,
wags just a little bit.
when you say we never had a dog, that image pops into your head of your daughter teaching your dog to play fetch from that vision. Kind of makes you sad and disturbed at the same time.
Yeah. Fun. She probably would have liked you. There's just a tiny bit of softening of the intensity of the eyes.
And as you think about that vision again, it's like she was playing with a pup that's teaching it, but the more you think on that image, it's like the same color, same type fur patterns as what this is.
Not suspicious. Totally normal.
Right. Well, for now, I'm gonna reach in and grab one more ration pack, so I have one left. I'm 3 feet away from this wolf. I'm just gonna kneel down, place it on the ground, keeping my eyes with it the whole time, and stand back up. My scent is on that, so you know where to find me.
You say that as it
Still
goes to
interest-
eat it, instead of like as it's been watching you, eating, it just kind of looks down at the food and eats. It's like averts its gaze from you. Not as in like it's trying not to look at you, but in that I'm not threatened by you, so I'll look down at my food.
I risk a single kind of hand out to the top of its head.
It's just eating. You can see like the eyes look up and then look back down.
That's new. Keep yourself well. And just trot back to town.
Okay.
I guess I can tend to everyone's wounds like an actual person now, so I got that going for me.
Yeah, I guess Proximo's actually practicing. He's kind of figuring out how to fight stuff a little bit better with all of his. He hasn't actually been a warrior for that long, so he's just now starting to figure out some moves that he might be able to use.
Some of them, you're getting inspiration from this, from the memories of the battles you were having with all the demons and stuff. Some of the stuff.
Oh, nice! I like that. Actually, that's actually awesome when you think about it. Like, that's actually, I'm not gonna lie, Bradley, that's actually just good storytelling, because that's like, oh, you think you could manipulate me, but all you did was teach me how to kill you all way, way more effectively.
Now, of course, you didn't see any of the iconography or demon types. Basically, in player turns, you saw all the other Chaos Gods except Slanesh there.
Fair.
Okay, so y'all can burn hit dice if you want.
What did our masseuse learn?
I gained a medicine proficiency, which I didn't have before.
Damn, 10 out of D10.
Say I full stop just got a 10 out of 10. Again, that's not even the first time that's happened. Remember when I second wind in actually did the same thing again? I'm like Wolverine over here.
Jeez.
But yeah, I gained actual chiromancy, and
Chiropractic?
yeah, I got
Sounds like witchcraft.
medicine. I literally, what was it earlier? With like one of the first two sessions, like I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll heal people," and then I was like, "Wait, my medicine is actually garbage." Until I get my medicine proficiency. So I have medicine proficiency now. So
I rolled a 1.
dab 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 dab.
You have multiple dice.
There's a 3. I'm just gonna stop.
You got one more.
I like to believe that Proximo doesn't understand that other people don't heal as well as him now. He doesn't get it. Like, he's so used to, like, waking up after a short rest and all of his wounds are gone, or even sometimes in the middle of battle and all of his wounds are gone. And so when he sees this guy, like, trying so hard to eat healthy and heal as much as possible, he's just like, how do you not?
I wake up in the morning and everything still hurts.
If these are just bruises, it's okay. So are y'all only doing you're only doing one hit die thing?
Yeah. What was it? I mean, I'll probably do one more just for the hell of it. Pew.
Yeah, roll that 1. It's so fun.
Can't relate.
Would you say we have collected? Was it alchemy stuff or herbalism stuff?
Alchemy.
Alchemy, gotcha. Because I now can proficiently use an herbalist kit. So I gotta go get me one of those.
Oh, good luck. We're in the sticks.
Hey man, that's all they should have out here. Sticks, rocks, herbalism.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that shouldn't be too hard a thing to put together. That you can get stuff here and there.
All right.
Because since there's no description, you wouldn't think there would be like lots of major tools. It's like an herbalist kit is like I need a little container to put with like dividers in it.
Yeah, mortar and pestle, and then boom,
Yeah.
done. Yeah, so that's what I'll also be looking to procure.
I got AFK real quick.
Okay.
I can do actual even more better.
More
chiropractic.
better.
Yep, that's
Okay.
what that shows those words very carefully.
I'm gonna AFK real quick for bio break. Be right back.
All right,
Well, I'm stoked. I got Battlemaster. Battlemaster's awesome.
what is Battlemaster?
I get 4 superiority dice that are d8s that I can use on 3 maneuvers that I now know.
Nice.
And the maneuvers I will be choosing are Fainting Attack, which gives me advantage on the next attack roll. And if that attack hits, not only do I do my normal damage, I also get to add the d8 that I rolled into damage.
Wait, do you have to? So is that like a bonus action you take?
That one's not, no. Depends on the maneuver. Not all
Whoa,
maneuvers.
what is it?
Actions.
So what is it?
Fainting Attack does take a bonus action.
Okay, I was gonna say if it's an action, that sounds kind of garbage.
No, that one is a bonus. The other one I'm taking is Riposte. When a creature misses me with a melee attack, I can actually make a melee attack back against it and also add the superiority die to the damage roll.
Are you just the master at arms?
I love Battle Masters. They're awesome.
Yeah, Battlemasters are almost inarguably the best kinds of fighter.
I don't know, man.
Champions are pretty good for the improved crit.
What was that?
Champions are pretty good for their improved critical range.
Math. I actually looked it up a little bit. I didn't look it up for this game or anything. I just feel like Battlemaster fits Proximo more than any of the other ones. When mathematically speaking, at like level 10, Battlemasters put out on average about twice the damage of a champion. I did look at that, but I do love the idea of getting crits on 19s too. But mostly I like maneuvers more, especially and sweeping attack. Oh, were you here when I said which ones I was going to take, Bradley?
I heard you from because the bathroom's not that far away, so I heard you say you're getting faint and riposte.
And the third one is probably going to be sweeping attack,
That's cool.
which lets me when I attack a creature with a melee attack, I can expend a superiority die to attempt to damage another creature with the same attack, which is hilarious if I roll a 20.
The one
then I
I
get
was
to
getting, I can't remember what it's called, but it's when it's great when you have a rogue in the party because it's the one on your turn. You tell them to make an attack on somebody, and it's a little known rule on rogues that for their sneak attack, you can only do it once per turn. It's not only on your turn; it's once per turn. But you have to use your reaction. So if you were to tell a rogue, like, attack this dude, that's on your turn. They can use their reaction to make an attack. If it hits, they can use their sneak attack dice. Then on their turn, they can attack somebody and use their sneak attack.
That's awesome.
Now, you can't do more than that because you only get one reaction.
Yeah.
Drake is back from the bathroom.
Peace, boys.
Okay. So it's the next day. Y'all feeling quite a bit better. You've had, some good rest, some sleep. So what are you wanting to do?
One thing, you know how to crack my spine so I don't feel all these bruises through the rest of me?
Yes, absolutely I do.
I would love a bit of that because I spent the entire night sleeping on my bruises.
Fucking idiot, but okay.
First rule of medicine, don't do that.
Don't exacerbate.
Well, they're kind of everywhere, so I couldn't fucking help it.
We'll get rid of them. God.
Proximo walks in the room, all cleaned up. There's no wounds on him. Guys, I slept great. It was awesome.
This lady came in at one point.
Got a medicine.
Proximo nabbing
You're
all the
doing what is this
GILFs.
for popping skill?
What's up?
Is this just for like doing your chiromancy on him?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, this dude, you have never felt so good and so loose. It's like, oh my, you feel like a new person when he's done with you.
Cool. I have to come up with a new accent because I'm a new person. Do I get hit points back?
Let's see here. While I'm doing that, I will spend a key. All right. Well, I fucking just said that out loud, apparently.
Yes, we heard you.
To Hands of Healing, restore martial arts die plus my wisdom mod.
Oh, wow.
Martial arts. Where is that?
My spine's having an orgasm.
Oh God! Please never speak to dead. You're speaking from
What in the hell is my martial arts stat? I feel so dumb right now.
You have to look under monk.
Yeah,
on the table.
Yeah, that's class based.
Where is it?
See, martial
Here it
arts
is.
die for 3rd level is a D4.
Okay.
It changes to a D6 at 5th.
So 3rd level, you said it's a D4.
Yeah.
Plus something.
D4 plus 2. There you go. 5.
5. That's so much.
Is that hit points?
It really is so much.
What's up?
Does that give him hit points back?
Yes. That I used a key to do Hands
Right.
of Healing.
Yeah, so yeah, he's down on 1 hit point now.
Oh.
And I'll load it up. Put it in the calendar. So basically, for the time today would be basically September 25th. I'm just going off of our calendar instead of some fantasy calendar.
Thank God.
Gotcha.
Wait. Our calendar would be December 5th?
No. In game time, I'm using a Gregorian calendar. Y'all, it's
Gotcha.
September 25th.
Okay.
In game time.
Right on. I was very confused for a second.
It's like right below
You
the
will
combat
remain
tracker,
confused.
his calendar.
Oh. Look at that.
Look at that. The way you said it was funny. I'm kind of glad you're doing that because the Exalted calendar is kind of cool, but it's also kind of a pain in the ass sometimes.
That's all it ever
How do I
is.
open that date? Oh, it's just all logs?
I think the Exalted calendar is like, yeah, it's 420 days and there's 15 months. I'm like, what the fuck?
What? Why?
Every month is 5 weeks and they're all 5 days long. And I'm like, I get that you're trying to like metric system the shit out of this, but let me tell you, it's kind of more annoying than you think.
Anyway, as Fang finishes rearranging my rib cage, I kind of ooh, and then just roll both my shoulders forward for a second. You were really onto something back there. Thanks.
I've been telling you.
Yeah, this is something that's like using your key and stuff like that. It's from your little visions and stuff. Something is in the drugs you did in there just kind of opened up your mind a bit to other things.
Oh boy. That's new.
Oh, great, fantastic. We're being corrupted by the Chaos Gods right now. We're just learning from them. We're not even realizing it.
Not again.
Not again. I'm sorry. What was that?
Nothing. Didn't hear anything.
You sure?
I was too busy hearing my spine pop back into place.
Okay.
I attack Fang.
So what do y'all want?
Oh no!
I guess we're gonna move out and try to find people to destroy this thing, right?
Yeah, I gotta go dig up the horrible stone of shit.
Well, I mean,
And
we're all
then-
gonna go with you, I think.
Wait,
right?
actually, no. Before we do that, I want to have a little powwow with the boys here. Is Seth around?
Does he need to be?
I was just checking for him.
I mean, you can find him if you want him.
Seth is the most important member of our party.
Single-handedly.
Yeah,
Or make me make an NPC sheet for him.
embarrassingly.
So, Fang was already working on me, so I guess if Proximo is nearby, I could just wave him over. But I would do a general scan to see if I saw Seth. Try to give him a nod.
Yeah, you see him. A nod is like, "Hey, what's up?" or like, "Hey, join us."
Like an upward nod, meaning the come here, as
Okay.
opposed to a downward nod, meaning sup, bro.
Yeah, so he
So
goes,
eloquent.
What's going on? I'm assuming this is you want to do this before or after breakfast?
After
during?
breakfast, before we break to do anything.
Okay.
Or I mean,
Yeah,
during,
So
honestly.
during break, so y'all are having breakfast, having a conversation.
So as I eat my eggs and bacon, I'm also getting my spine reallocated. I catch sight of Seth kind of at the opposite end of the tavern where we're gathering to eat. And I do a
This
quick
would be at
motion to bring him over.
typically y'all are eating at the family's house of the lady you rescued.
How wonderful.
Cool.
We
So
rescued a lady. Was I not there
Yes.
for
Was the
No,
first-
you weren't.
that? Okay.
that was. we've been graciously put up in a family home.
Okay. I was like, you said Garrett said that. I'm like, go. Well, I do not remember this. Okay. Cool.
Garrett and I were the only guinea pigs to this situation originally.
And I loved it.
He gave so many people massages.
air quotes.
Okay, so then let's see. If we're having a continued Airbnb breakfast, I guess.
If there's anything private you want to talk
Fang
about,
and
there's
I-
other family members around and stuff that are eating breakfast. So if you want to take your stuff elsewhere, if it's a private conversation, otherwise, family members can hear this stuff.
Yeah, so I think Fang does his thing. Like I reach out to him about his abilities, and he does the healing that I experienced and received while we were having breakfast there with the family. And I give a pat on the head to the youngest, and just kind of smile at the rest of the family, and take a moment of pause to look at the serene nature that we have continued to defend. And I kind of give a let's get the fuck out of here nod to the masseuse. And we catch up with Proximo kind of out in the general square as he's having a walk of shame from one of the various old ladies' homes.
What? I vehemently oppose everything that just came out of your mouth.
Yeah, there is no shame there. He's smiling and happy.
No, you fuck faces.
Okay. However, we find Proximo in various states of wonder. We quickly kind of congregate, and I keep a scan out for Seth. Maybe we don't find him. You know what? I'm gonna do a D4, and on a 1 or a 2, I see him. On a 3 or a 4, I don't.
My kind of role playing.
Nope. So it's just the 3 of us. But we gather, and I just kind of bring us back to, or I try to bring us back to the topic at hand of, right, we got this stone that's all kinds of fucked up, and we gotta get it out of this town. My wife, my wife, bless her. Because we don't have religion. He said to the fourth wall. Mentioned something about the right kind of metal or material. I can't. I don't. I wasn't the best listener. There's a material that can house this and stop its effects from happening, but we gotta get it away from these people. And if we can find a good metalsmith, then maybe we can put something around it and just shut this thing off. But it can't stay here, or the same thing's gonna happen over and over again. Giant spiders, giant fuck all rats, like, just a horrible mess. Right?
Right. So what kind of city are we looking for?
A bigger one.
Fang, say
What?
something intelligent.
No.
What would my character's best approximation of like a big city be?
You've never been to one.
Right, but
You've
have I heard mention of like a metropolis, anything?
yeah, there are larger cities. You're looking at probably a week to 2 of travel to get to one.
So it sounds like it's got some legs on it.
Yeah.
We're deep in the woods. It's where I've lived my whole life, but I know that there are bigger cities out there. We gotta carry this farther. Otherwise, it's just gonna keep causing the same problem. Proximo, I know you've got a death wish, and that's fine. But maybe, in carrying this forward, you can find that, and we can still lock it in a box.
I mean, I have to ask you, Brandon, a question real quick.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, yeah, Proxima has a death wish. I don't know. Like, he's totally on board for locking this thing up. He still wants to protect people. Just if he can die while doing it is a bonus. I just want you to know that.
That wasn't a question, that was a statement.
Yeah, I know, but it's like he's already on board. You're not. It sounds like you're trying to convince him to do something he already wants to do.
So, Proximo,
Yes.
can you stick with this a little longer? Maybe you'll find your reason.
Yeah, I was already gonna do it. Y'all can't handle anything without me anyway.
I'd
Does that-
argue with him, but I don't have a good argument.
I mean, Fang, I already owe you my entire spine. But
Besides, y'all are going straight into danger all the time anyway, and I may as well go with that.
That's the spirit.
No, not to break into this real quick. I forgot something. What are your con bonuses, Fing and Drake?
oh shoot,
Con bonus is 2.
Okay,
Two.
so y'all actually are fine because I forgot that when you have a full night's comfortable rest, it's 1 hit point plus con bonus you get back for a night's rest as well. So
Oh, were we topped up?
yeah, so y'all are fully rested.
Yay! Oh my god, I haven't felt that since the first day I played this game.
Alright, that was actually pretty funny.
So I'm gonna take a moment to just kind of grip forearms with Fang, and clasp with the left arm. I really do appreciate what I've learned from you, physically and otherwise.
Oh, the journey is just beginning.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Out of
And we all
curiosity,
Should be.
We all died the next session because Garrett said that out loud.
out of curiosity, do y'all
What?
share y'all's visions with each other or anything, or are y'all keeping that to yourselves?
I'll probably ask them what they saw, just to make sure that nobody was seeing the same thing that I did, because that'd be weird. That definitely would be weird.
Well then, play on, sir. What do you want to ask?
You know nobody else is listening, right? Nobody's just like fucking literally just standing there like staring at us like.
No, I
Watching the
scanned
bitch.
for Seth. Otherwise,
I
we're
will
off
say that
like
the conversation on
in
it.
somebody's like alt field.
Now I'll say that like when y'all talk about this was later that night after y'all got back. Y'all had dinner, probably
Okay.
sitting off to the side, just kind of talking about what went on. So y'all can kind of do that flashback with the conversations if you want to at this point.
So when we all took turns close to the stone, right?
Right, maybe we never do that again.
Yes, agreed. What exactly did you see when you peered into the stone?
I prefer not to say.
Okay.
Wow, that's an interesting comment. Because I was gonna pick that one too. So I'm gonna guess. Actually, I'm gonna roll.
That is a 7.
I also didn't like what I saw. What does that mean?
What does that even mean? I believe my sight took me far away, like back east. It's a life I've left for a reason.
You dove into memories. Is that what you're saying?
Not memories, but the place was definitely taking me somewhere familiar.
Oh, it was just disgustingly invasive and intimate. I didn't like it. I don't want to be anywhere near it.
Man, if it weren't for all the teeths and knives, though, it would have been great.
No what?
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I'm just kind of like giving you like one eyebrow raised and like the sneering nose.
Beyond the shadow of a doubt, you can be sure that we did not have teeth and knives.
I don't know, Proximo. There were a lot of teeth and knives in yours also, just in a different way.
So I didn't say that. You definitely didn't hear that. You guys heard me wrong. Definitely heard me wrong, guys. I don't know what you heard, but you heard me wrong.
Oh yes, the
Insight
reeds and
checks with
chives.
advantage.
What am I making?
No, for them, they can make insight checks with advantage.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Yay! There's a button for
Fuck it,
that.
why not? That's rolling dice. That's what this game's all about. Why would I not do that?
I got a 20.
You know he is completely
Natural
full of
20.
shit.
I got a 3 with
Yeah,
advantage.
you're like, okay. You're like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh
I
shit!
totally misunderstood you, dude. I guess I'm sorry.
I'll just kind of turn around and go get a glass of water.
I said it earlier. I think with my mace, not with my brain.
Well, we've got time to kill, so how about a game of dice?
I come back and throw the whole fucking glass of water in his face.
Ah, you bitch. Why would you do that? I just wanted to play dice.
Glass of water, my one weakness.
Okay, so are y'all sharing any more details? No one else is sharing details other than him? Or y'all want to keep doing that?
Hell no.
Okay, so that's the flashback to what happened last night. So now y'all are standing there, gathered. Y'all have eaten breakfast. What's your next course of action?
Right, so I need to go get that horrible chunk of shit stain out of the earth and drag it away from this town before it causes any more problems. Anybody want to come with, or are you just gonna wait here and then we can move forward?
I've got nothing else to do. Let's go.
I'll come with you guys to get the stone.
Yeah.
Before
All the clarification, asshole.
Okay, so you all head out to get it, and you walk, and nothing is looking familiar. You know that you've kind of counted your steps. You know about how far you see familiar things, but then it's like the whole area doesn't look familiar.
I absolutely hate everything about this place.
You backtrack a little bit. You find, okay, hey, I know where this is. Here's a marking. I remember a certain rock outcropping or something, and it was this direction. You start heading that way, and then things just start looking unfamiliar. And you do this over and over, and you can't find it. You backtrack, you find other markings that you know were close or similar that you didn't see the previous time. So you catch your bearings again, but when you head in the direction you know it was, you get lost again.
Can I climb the tree?
Sure.
Is that a roll?
So if I use my natural explorer, if I use my natural explorer trait and pick favorite terrain forest,
I thought that's what you already had.
It
would make sense growing up in the forest area.
Yeah, that's just, I was looking through my various features, and that was the one that made the most sense. I didn't actually pick that one when I created the character, but the various Germanic forests would have made total sense where we are.
Yeah, I mean, you know your way around the woods. You know markings. You know how to identify, positioning of the sun and what features of the land are. You know your way around, and you know you're going the right direction. But then you don't know where you are. Then you're in a different area than you were. An area you eventually recognize. It's like almost every time you do it, it's like you're not being able to hone in on that spot. And it's fucking with you because you know you're heading in the right direction. But then when you backtrack, you're at a different area that you recognized.
Does my Wanderer feature play into this too? Because it says you have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you.
This is a warp stone fucking the area up, and you're not finding it.
Okay, just checking. I had
that's why it's pissing
3 different dice in the hole.
No. You know your shit. This is chaos at work.
You said I climbed the tree, right?
Yeah.
Gloriously. Awesome.
Ground disappears.
So is anything distinctly fucked with, or does it just look like woods but not the same as we remember.
No, this looks like a standard for. There doesn't look anything out of place to you. You're following him. You don't know where he put this thing. It's like, no, fuck.
Well, I'm just looking like for mostly like anything glowing or distinctly out of the ordinary,
It looks like a
or
standard.
like fucked up creatures where they shouldn't be.
Nope, it looks like a standard early winter Germanic forest.
All right.
Great. So when we do find it, it means we have to always keep it with us. Fan-tucking fastic.
Oh, hold on, you goddamn old git. I'm gonna
All of
sit
those things are
down.
true.
I'm gonna sit down cross-legged. I'm gonna place my dagger in front of me and just kind of stab it into the earth. I'm just gonna wait for a minute. I'm gonna think about the wolf that came and found me earlier. I'm gonna try and feel some of the energy around me in the forest. Just listen to the sounds, listen to the changes. Try and meditate a bit on where I know I should be able to reach.
Are you
And
staying
see
in
if
the
I-
tree?
I'm on the ground.
I know you are. Are you staying in the tree, and what are you doing,
Yeah.
Proximo? You see him just finally. Y'all have been doing this for maybe 2-3 hours, and he finally sits down. You see him doing what he just described. What are y'all doing?
I'm gonna just keep it a lookout, I suppose.
I'm just
So
gonna put my
sure.
back.
I
I'm
assume
gonna
you're
put my back
being.
against a nearby tree and keep watch.
Okay. Are you being low in the tree or up high? Because you're talking about Germanic. This is thick canopy stuff. So if you're up higher,
I want to get to
you're
a spot
looking.
that I can actually see, like, like maybe not like over the top, like, because I'm sure I would just see more fucking tops
Say
of
if you're in
trees.
the middle, you can either be at the top of the tree to see like the top of the forest kind of area. If you're in the middle, you're seeing nothing but canopy. If you're down one of those, if you're wanting to get where you can see through trees and stuff, because it's fairly thick in areas, you're gonna be maybe in that 6 to 8 foot off the ground.
Yeah, I'll kind of like just go between the bottom and the top every so often, maybe 30 minutes or so, just
Okay.
to make sure that nothing
Fing
extraordinary is
and
happening.
Fing and Proximo, give me perception checks. Y'all aren't seeing anything. It just seems like a normal forest. It's you hear birds, wildlife. You hear rabbits rustling in the leaves in the bush. You see a deer here or there. Y'all are keeping lookout. Nothing. Then you kind of look back at Drake and you're like, oh fuck! There is a wolf walking up right behind him. And it's too late to do anything because it's right there on him. And at that point, you see it like Drake. You feel like something nudge you in the back.
Yup.
You look up and it's just standing there looking at you. It like nudged you with its nose.
But I thought a lot about this last night. So, Drogo, what do you know about this forest?
What are you two doing?
I'm literally just gonna be staring at him. Like if he sees it and he is not immediately concerned, I'm literally just gonna be confused and stare at him.
I'm actually, when I look at Drake, I'm gonna like tilt my head a little bit, and I'm gonna slowly put up the okay sign in the way that my eyes are kind of squinted at him. Like, are you okay? Are you good?
I'm a little bit preoccupied with a canine in my face. But I'm really leaning into it based on some energy that I got yesterday.
Well, For the record, Proximo's like looking for you to also throw the okay at him without saying anything.
So let me.
Picturing like the longer
Roll a
you take, he
quick-
starts slowly sliding his weapon out of his.
I got an insight 14. How
Yeah.
would I play
Yeah,
that?
you understand what he's like asking you, or is everything cool? Or we need
So
to
as I'm talking to the wolf in front of me, my left hand kind of slowly moves out towards Proximo and just kind of waves down, like very gentle, like just stop.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give him like the not bad face, and I'll give him a much more confident okay sign.
I guess I'm just gonna see that and keep looking.
Yeah, I'll look up at Fang and give him the okay.
Excellent.
I don't know why you keep laughing at that. That's I don't know. It feels
It's just
weird.
like literally like anytime there's any like anything up in the air, just like I give them the okay sign.
Yeah,
That's how the game works.
yeah. I don't
Give
know.
the okay side, everything's okay.
Doesn't mix it up, just gives them the okay sign.
Why would I
So
mix
anyway.
it up? That's that's a character trait now.
All right, cool. I think it's
kind of
entertaining.
Okay, good.
leaning forehead towards the wolf now, with its slightly yellowed eyes. I lost the marker, and I saw you there last time. I'm gonna guess you might know how to get me back there. And just kind of try my best to exhibit like a non-aggressive body language, like just pulling my torso away from it and my hands up.
As it looks at you, and you just get this feeling of unease. Not that the creature's uneasy of you, that it's conveying emotion of feeling unease.
Yeah, I got that too, boy. We gotta get it out of here. That's the best I can tell you. If I can find it, we just gotta drag it away.
You see
Can
him
you show
kinda-
me where it is?
You see him just look at you, and then he takes off running in the direction where you know it should be, like faster than you're gonna keep up with. He just darts off. You
Just
know,
go, fuck!
Yeah,
Gentlemen, we gotta move! And I try and follow him as best I can.
you
I
lose
take
him.
off behind him.
He's gone, and you're like, if things crawling down out of the tree, Proximo's coming. Y'all travel for like 5 minutes, and you hear something coming from behind you as the wolf comes running from the direction y'all just came.
Oh
And
shit!
it looks at you confused. The wolf catches up to you and kind of stops, and then turns its head and looks back, and then looks at you, and you feel just the emotion of like confusion.
There's no hand symbol for not okay.
Thumbs down.
Yeah.
No, that's where he gives the okay symbol, but he's shaking his head no.
I'm just gonna drop my last ration pack down. Give him a bit of kibs.
So
And the emotion of unease grows even more. You can kind of feel from this wolf.
so what I'm gathering from this is that we're not just in a forest that's bad. The fact that we left here and then walked back in has now trapped us in this forest.
When you've gone to backtrack, you've come to areas that Drake recognizes. He's like, okay, I've got my bearings. I know where I'm at. We go this way. Then you get lost. When you come back, it's like, okay, I've got my bearings again. It's not the same spot. It's like you're being moved. It's almost like a maze, but you keep coming back to different spots that are known. But as you try to get closer to the stone, you're just not finding it.
All right, I have an idea, and I hate that I'm about to say this out loud. What do you guys? What do you guys think would happen if we all went in different directions?
Well, I just threw an insight roll into the tower.
Yeah. What's it for?
Do I have any sense of how this object might be fucking around with our spatial reasoning?
You understand that something's fucking with it, and you're pretty sure that stone and its energies, whatever it is causing it. You don't understand why or how.
I should never have buried it. I needed to keep an eye on it. I needed to be close to it. I wanted to save the town, and now... Shit.
It's not your fault. Any one of us would have made the same decision in your shoes.
Who brought
I
it going
know-
in different directions?
Sorry, what was that?
Who brought up going in different directions?
Proximo.
You mentioned that Drake. I'm sure you would tell you you're okay with it. You know that with them not having the training and the years of working the forest, it's highly easy for an unskilled person to get lost in a forest like this without help of shit fucking up your perceptions.
Even on the best of days, that would not be a good idea. You get more than like 100 yards out of town and everything looks the same. Do I have a sense of how to get back to town even, or is just the whole world?
No, if you try to start heading back to town, everything looks normal. You're picking up all the stuff that you recognize that lead back to town, all the markers. Nothing's changing going back. But every time you try to go, you get close to what you think would be close to where you buried that stone. It starts looking unfamiliar, and you don't know where you're going.
Can I coin flip to see if I was clever enough to think of something?
Well, what do you want to do? I mean, you can make an intelligence check, or just what is it? You may not have to make a check. What do you want to do?
What if we try, and this is why I wanted to know, what if we try to look for places that don't feel fucked up and rule them out?
Well, where you find that you're not recognizing doesn't feel fucked up. It just is not familiar to you when you get there. And when you backtrack, you find familiar areas. So it's like your feeling as you get close, it's changing, it's warping the reality of the woods where you're in a different spot than where you should be. But when you go back, you're where you recognize.
So I can't use that as a compass to be like, oh, this is really weird.
Yeah,
We're on the right trail.
Everything feels normal until you get to the point of not recognizing an area you've been to. And you clearly you find markings and stuff, and you even come across them again as you do this repeatedly. And you're looking at it's past noon now. You've been doing this for like the better part of the day. And you're approaching in that, 2 o'clock or so in the afternoon, and the sun's starting. That you've got a couple hours of light left. But it all feels natural. It's not natural for what's going on, but there's not like, hey, this area feels, there's a tingling, it feels off here. It's warping your reality, but the reality you're in is still real. So it's all natural.
Boy, blokes have got a weird plan.
My favorite.
Well, we have to do something different, so hit me with it.
Proximo, I'm sure you'll love this one. What if we sit on our asses until something horrible crawls out of the forest and we just follow where it came from?
All right, well, I'm not going to lie. That was actually going to be my plan, too.
Are you going to
I can't track it. Like, every time I try to follow all of the signs that I built for myself, I find them in 3 different places, and then I end up in a circle. But I know that fucking stone warps things around it, and then we end up with giant fucking rats, giant fucking spiders, or some other piece of shit. And if that comes wandering at us, then we can just go, oh, good, that bastard, just destroy it and then go where it came from.
Sorry, I'm
Right.
still kind of thinking about how you said it was pointless and that your attempts and that you just kept circling around because a circle is pointless. You made a play on words and didn't even realize it.
I'm gonna drop kick you back to math class.
Oh, speaking of class, that's one thing I've been meaning to ask. There is no standard schooling and stuff like that, except for your larger cities with scholars and people like that. Do y'all even know how to read? If you want your character to, you could have been taught, but I'm just curious. Do y'all know how to read and have any formal type of education other than your class education?
I'm assuming that Proximo reads at like a 3rd grade level. He can read what he needs to do his farming stuff when he was younger, and that's it.
Nope.
What about Fing and Drake?
Drake is completely trade skill taught.
So he's basically illiterate.
Sure.
I would assume that Proximo would have a very hard time reading Harry Potter.
These are I'm not forcing that on anybody. This is completely. Do y'all want to? But it will. I mean, that can come into play.
I mean,
Fiend,
I'm sure
I
I
figure
could
would have the
read.
better chance, but you can choose not to because, like I say, you can learn a trade without knowing how to read.
Mm-hmm.
Someone uses a big if someone asked Proximo how to spell a large word, he wouldn't be able to do it.
Spell anti-disestablishment punch.
I can't even say the thing you just said.
Okay, so is Fing literate or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, that just when you said math class, it made me think about that. So, what are y'all gonna do?
I'll
Do we
keep a
just
lookout.
break camp here and wait for
and,
something to crawl in?
Okay, you all set up a lean-to. You know how to survive in the forest. It's going to be a cold, uncomfortable night. You wait.
New there.
Do what?
Nothing new there.
Yeah.
I
You
want to
scrounge-
try while we're kind of sitting in the dark, just see if Drogo shows back up.
Yeah, he's. After a little while, you hear like howls and then other howls being answered. So there's more. There's wolves in the area, more than one. And do y'all have a fire or no? I would assume you would want a fire on
that'd
the.
be
Yeah, I would imagine it like a low one, if anything.
Because it's going to be cold. Like I say, it's not going to be a pleasant evening. You see after a while, you see like eyes approaching. It's only one pair, and then you see him kind of like walk around the camp, patrolling. You not sure at first if this is him or not, and then after he seems like he's checking things out, and then slowly enters the firelight, and it's the same dog or same wolf.
All right, gents. He knows me. All right, boy. We're fucking lost. And I just kind of put one hand up against like his jowls / neck. I don't know if you can find it. I don't know if you're gonna kill me in the next day. I'm still feeling this out, honestly, but I need to find the tree where we met. It's kind of fucking important. Hope you're listening.
You pick up
Find me that tree.
You pick up the vibe of just understanding, but at the same time, there's that unease and confusion still.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. Same.
I haven't read it. Is it? I don't remember on this class or if you're using the one of the alternates, if it's in the book. Do you have any? What kind of bond? Is it just an empathic bond, or can you actually communicate? I was figuring this is probably just more empathy.
It's not coming up in the UI, honestly. I don't know why it's not showing.
The base Beastmaster, I don't believe so. I think there's an alternate one. I'll have to look, but we can discuss it
No,
after game or whatever, and maybe make alterations. But right now, I'm figuring my feeling is this should be an empathic thing. That's how I've been playing.
There we go. Okay, so hold on. Let's see. I just got it to show up. The beast obeys your commands as best it can. Takes turns on your initiative.
Now that's one thing that'll definitely be adjusted. It'll have its own initiative because I hate that. Like you can use your action to tell it to do something. That's bullshit.
That's always been a huge complaint that people have had with Ranger.
Yeah.
Because there's no way the animal does more than you.
Okay, so past that, if you're incapacitated, nope. That's basically all I have to work with.
I'll adjust and do some stuff, right? So my feeling is it's going to be an empathic connection between you two, which
Fair
is
enough.
what I've been playing.
Yeah, makes sense. And yeah, I'm equally as lost in the forest right now, awkwardly, so it makes sense.
Now, as you check before that, and I thought you were just wanting to spend the night. You reckon as you're trying to head back towards town, you recognize you're not getting lost heading back towards town.
Wait, I thought we were camping to see if
Yeah.
anything came
No. I'm
towards
just making
us.
sure because I thought that was making it sound like you're like, hey, we're lost completely. I just want to make sure you understood. You can get back to town without an issue. It's just finding the tree you can't. If you want to stay out there, that's fine. I just want to make sure that you understood that you're not lost in the woods.
I feel like what I tried to posit was, can we stay here and basically play bait and see where things come from?
I was just making sure that I didn't inform you that you were like, hey, we're hopelessly lost. You're just lost in the fact of you can't find the thing. So yeah. Y'all wait through the night and nothing happens. It's cold and uncomfortable. Day breaks, y'all have all fallen asleep. You wake up, there's frost all over you. You're hurting just from the muscle cramps from being so cold. No other than I say a level of exhaustion. Just
rough. All right, it makes sense though. What is one level's not that bad, right?
That's
I think
disadvantage in all skill checks.
Oof, never mind. Let's do that. I was thinking level 2 is the one where you got disadvantage on skill checks.
In GrimDark?
I'll just keep note of it. I've got to load a certain mod I didn't put in Unity yet. And it's a new day, so. It's now September 26th.
Oh, shit. You know what that means.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
No, it's Sunday.
Damn, I really thought I was going to find something.
You keep trying to look as day breaks and you start doing that looking. Y'all, after about an hour or so of trying again, you start hearing like shouts, like calling your names being called like from far off, but back towards the way town is.
Oh, wait, somebody's shouting at us from town?
Not from town. It's basically they've come out searching. Y'all didn't show back up last night.
Right.
So basically people have come searching and they're yelling trying to find y'all like a search party kind of thing.
Well,
I'd stop sprinting.
Yeah, let's not keep them waiting.
I don't want them to get lost out here.
Fucked it all up.
So back towards town.
Yeah, so y'all are
Or
heading
back
out.
towards the shouts.
Yeah, you head towards the shouts. After 30 or I would say 10 minutes or so, it's getting clear. You recognize Seth's voice, and y'all meet up. It's like, oh, thank God, or thank all that's holy. Damn it, I hate this. I take out the religion, and it's all the good phrases. You're going, thank goodness I found you. We were. What happened? Why were y'all? You never came back last night. We were worried.
Steph, the fucking stone went and undiscovered itself.
He looks confused. What do you mean?
I mean, where I buried it, and I was very clear on where I buried it. I made a marker, I listened to the woods, I knew where it was. It's not letting me find it again.
What? I'm not following. What do you mean you
Okay,
can't?
neither am I, honestly, so we're on the same page.
That's not good.
Good job, you've caught up with the rest of us now.
He just kind of gives you that smart ass look. It doesn't say
So-
it, but it's a look of like smart ass.
So I'm sorry, what was the panic? Was it just that we were missing, or is there something going on?
No, just was worried. Y'all didn't say, you said you were going to take care of things, but you never returned. I was worried that maybe something had happened. And there's a couple other people you recognize from town with him too, and you hear from further off like a couple other shouts and him yelling back like they're here, and a couple other people start coming towards y'all because there was like 4 of them that come out looking for you. And they're all like, "Oh, thank goodness you're here." Everybody was concerned because you've spent like 2 weeks here. You've gotten to know these people decently well, and they love Fang.
Yes.
I had this ache in my shoulder and you didn't show up this morning.
Grelda's real worried about you, and he points to you, Proximo.
Oh no, did we lose Proximo? God,
No.
it's too late in Scotland.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Not again.
I put in the notes on there for the village. Proximo Sugar Mama.
The classic.
Okay, so what are y'all doing? You notice also, just because you can feel it and you know like the direction to look, the wolf's not that far away. He's not close, but he's like been shadowing you.
I'm nodding, but you can't tell.
Makes sense. I'm gonna try and do a very discreet kind of wave down off my back shoulder so I don't like alarm the townsfolk.
Okay, what are y'all doing?
what can we do? What are our options really?
Limited.
It's
Oh, there's Scott.
it's an open world. Tell me what you're doing.
I'll go over to my good pal Drake. And so do you have any plans to get that stone, or
Oh, that's cute. We just spent the entire day and night trying to find the fucking stone. With
Which is-
obviously successful results, so...
hey, I was just asking if you had come up with anything. All right.
I'm trying to come up with something. We obviously failed fucking hard. I know these woods. It doesn't make any bloody sense. I know exactly where I placed it. I placed the marker. I studied the tree. I studied the things around the tree. I traced myself back to town. And now in the morning and through the entire day and most of the night, nothing made sense. So obviously, it's the same fucked up magic-y weirdness that we all ran into when we found the thing in the first place. So I'm honestly pretty pissed off. If you just want to know the full of it, yeah. These woods are supposed to work the way they always work, and they're not. So
He just like throws his dagger down to the dirt.
God.
Okay.
Blue picks it back up and brushes it off.
Sorry, I'm not supposed to do that.
You're not talking to me, are you?
Yes and no.
Well, um,
I guess the question comes down to, do we... A stone that doesn't want to be found is just going to stay lost, but I'm worried that it's so close to this town because we were trying to move it away. Do we just move on and assume that no one's going to be able to find it? Or is it going to throw horrible monstrosities at this town again when it sits in the ground for too long?
You already know the answer.
Fuck. So how the fuck do we find it again? I don't get it.
Well, I think we all know what my solution's gonna be, as I hold up a torch.
Can't burn the whole fucking forest, man.
Why not?
Pretty sure it's still gonna hide from you.
My first thought was to look you dead in the face and be like, we won't know until we try. Like the most callous, bastard-hearted answer possible.
Drake,
But
you
instead,
also know,
I'm going to look at you and be like, you're probably right.
yeah, and Drake, you think like, yeah, that's that could be a good option, but you also know that could destroy the village. The livelihood of the village could possibly be destroyed, so you could probably cause as much or more harm in the short term.
Are they like a lumber or hunting village?
Well, there's lots of trapping and hunting and stuff. You're looking at it's wintertime. That's source of their fuel for fires and cooking. And
Yeah, it's like low gothic.
Well, for a couple of days, they won't have any problem with the fire. Sorry, I'm really proud of that one, actually.
okay, so what are y'all doing?
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna go find Seth, or
That's right there.
maybe
Yeah,
he's
he
here.
suggests like let's take back to town where it's warm.
All right.
Or Proximo.
Hey, uh, Seth.
Scott.
Yes, sorry, what?
It's
I-
just like,
I completely zoned out for a second.
no worries. I was just saying, or Proximo.
Yes?
Any of the older ladies that you seem to be getting on with.
Why? I haven't been getting on with anybody. I don't know why everybody keeps saying that.
Are you not there when you heard when Seth was talking about this? I think you may have been AFK or didn't hear. It says that Grelda, she's like was really concerned what happened to you. She was worried all night.
I hate this town. Burn it. Burn the forest.
I honestly don't care. I'm more curious about the elders that have been chatting with you. They mention anything about something similar to this? Any insights about the forest? I mean, I've been around woods long enough to know that they kind of grow their own personality.
Is there a role I can do for that, Bradley?
Anything that there's nothing been out of the ordinary. Any stories that you've told from some of the women, especially Grelda, growing up and stuff. She grew up here. The woods have always been peaceful. Of course, there's wolves, things you have to be careful of that are just natural. But these giant rats and spiders, this is something that's never happened in her lifetime. She's been there forever. While it's scary, it's nothing that's ever been heard of. Of course, you hear her tell standard tales of goblins that come and steal kids and things like that. But that's what all parents tell their kids to keep them from going out in the woods and things like that.
Damn gerblins.
No one's ever seen one, but
We've never seen one, but we know they're out there. How? We know!
So, I was gonna ask Seth a small question.
yeah.
No.
So, who would you say the best trapper or hunter in town is? Hey,
Kind of
Shut up.
chuckles when you clear your throat.
I wasn't there. I was just being a dick.
No, y'all are all standing there.
yeah, we're being reined in to go back home.
Yeah.
Oh, gasp.
Oh, John's about the best we got, but Drake has been because y'all have been here for a couple weeks. He's bringing quite a bit. I'd say he'd give old John a good run for his money, if not a bit better.
Well, I mean, we've
I'm a
got
bit chuffed.
2 people who can follow animals. Might be better than 1, hypothetically speaking.
I also have another idea that doesn't involve burning down the forest. It's probably not a very good idea. I'm not known for my ideas.
No, you're known for
Yeah, no,
your
you are
mate.
known for ideas, sir.
You buried it beneath a big tree, right?
Yeah, I picked a really prominent one.
And it really fucks with the stuff around it. How come we can't see that tree? Like, I get that we can't get to that tree, but shouldn't we be able to see a tree getting all jacked up on chaos magic?
Been trying. Maybe I'm not looking for the
And
right
when
thing.
when you say that, you see like a couple of the people that are with Seth make like a warding sign, like you're talking about magic and stuff, and they give like the horns and stuff a warding emblem. Just
Exactly right. I tried to keep it warded by one of the strongest elements of your forest. I mean, it's not a bad question, honestly, Proximo. I don't know if I tried searching for the Guardian that I planted it under. I built most of my tracking abilities on, the various markers through the forest to get to the same place, but do we have any way to get up higher? Because that was a really massive tree. It looked very vibrant, very healthy. I thought it would be the safest place to try and bury something.
Yeah, off
Did I ever
the
see you like that?
other direction of the town, it goes up, starts getting mountainy, and you can get up, higher elevation, the other side of town.
Well, I mean, did I see anything atop the trees?
You saw forest. You don't know really. There are some trees that stuck up higher than others. You're not a woodsy person.
But
There's a bunch of trees.
gotcha. I'll tell him that,
It's not like
guys.
there's
When I
like the
was up
world
there,
tree that sticks up out of everything and you can see it for miles around.
guys, I was up there. There were a lot of trees.
Thank you for your
Can you-
input, Fang.
Oh, hold on, Master Spinecracker. Can you show me where you climbed?
I actually love that
Yes.
because we can all be defined as master spine crackers.
First of all, how dare you?
What? What? Okay.
I want to follow where he was like climbing up a tree because he had such a good view of the area.
Okay, you find a tree, you climb up it. Give me a perception check.
Come on, perception check. Oh no. Come on.
You climb up, you find a good vantage point, and in the ways off, you can tell that the one tree that kind of sticks up above the others. You know that's your tree. You see the direction it is, and you know you've gone that direction. It's almost like it's almost insulting. You can see it. You know that's your tree. You know without a doubt that's the tree where it's supposed to be.
You see anything good? Because all I see is a lot of trees.
Yeah. Pretty sure we've been there already, and it's not there when we get there.
Do we ever actually get there?
When we walk away, we get back to where we came from. When we keep going, we never really get there. Given what I saw down below in this mess of a hole in the ground, I'm not surprised. But I mean, I don't know if it stays. No, fuck it. No, I can't just leave it there in the middle of the fucking forest. There's gotta be a way to find it again.
Oh, I just had another thought. Surprising, I know. What if we're thinking about it all wrong? What if we are going to the right spot, but the tree itself has moved?
Well, then how do you fucking find it?
Oh, no, that's up to you, Ranger Man.
I'm about to punch you in your fucking old man face.
Hey, it was I don't know.
I've been spending like a day and a half using everything I know to try and track this fucking place down. I traced our way back to town and then I followed it back the way I've known since like I was fucking 12 years old. It wasn't there. It changed. And when you look at it from far away, it's there. And when you try and get close, it fucking changes. Because obviously, this stone just messes with your fucking mind.
So is this area that we're looking at it from close enough that we could see people approaching it? No, there's too much foliage. That's right. We talked about that. Damn.
Yeah, I had to climb a tree like that Fang found to ping like, okay, that's the big one that I saw that was very like lustrous and healthy. I planted it underneath. I can definitely recognize where it is, but we can't get close enough to it.
How approximately can we get an approximation of how far away it is from the area where we can see it?
I'm guessing like I spotted it maybe a kilometer or two off.
That's too far for my other idea anyway. Then way
Just
too
over
far.
the top of the canopy. I picked a big fuck all tree. I really want to sit down and just try and think about everything I learned from my wife. She would share little bits and bobs about manipulating magic. Not
You get
like,
those same people kind of give warning signs and step back. Their eyes are kind of big when you say that.
Wait, no. I'm not. Sorry. I'm in character. I'm not trying to say it out loud.
Okay, because they're like, your wife did magic. They're like, whoa.
Yeah, no. That's my mistake.
Internal
I'm just
voice.
thinking in character. Drake's trying to just sit down and just plop on the ground and think back to the fun little like chit chats he had with his wife near dinner as it was cooking about the way she learned how to manipulate elements.
Okay.
Kind of it was a bizarre curiosity just listening to her and watching the door at the same time. Trying to understand if there's anything like desperately scathing his memory, if there's anything he can find that would help him understand how to traverse this forest if there's something warping the space that he's traveling.
The only thing you remember is how unpredictable, how dangerous the warp, where she got her powers from. That's why mostly she did as I've got it. You said she was an herbalist, right?
Mm.
Most of for that subclass in game terms that I've developed is all using natural things to get benefit like buffs and heal type effects. Not much damaging stuff you could do other than like poison type stuff. Yes, she could still you could still get to use like cast spells like a normal base class witch, but that class is more using natural stuff to get by and help people. So she was a good person mostly, and I just want to do that too because of how dangerous using that power untrained and even trained is, and that it just warps reality. Uh, Odd things can just happen without trying, so it doesn't surprise you this is happening, especially the little that she even didn't know much, but the few stories of stones that could warp reality and things like that, and people using them, that's about all you know is that it fucks with reality. You don't know how to deal with it, why it's there, where it comes from, anything like that. At this point, I say we go into kind of a montage of you thinking about these things. You'll all travel back to town, and you and old John and some others throughout you see that going out every morning and coming back and just the same thing over and over, getting lost, carving different markers into different trees, trying to triangulate this stuff. But you can't. Nothing triangulates.
I have another weird idea. What if we just... This is going to
Get
sound
lost.
really dumb. Sort of? This is going to sound really dumb, but let's entertain it for a second, okay? What if we can't... what if we can't find it because we're looking for it? What if we just went in?
Well, Drake, you.
That's stupid.
No, Drake, you're like you understand what he's saying, and there's merit to that, but you can't do that. You know that because you know the woods. For you to get lost in the woods would be, other than being a warp stone manipulating things, you don't know how to get lost in the woods. Now you could like, sure, Fane, you and Proximo go out because you don't know what you're doing, but you also know that they're probably not going to come back because they don't know how to navigate the woods.
So, I'm honestly just, after a couple days of trying to reason this out and exploring and failing, I'm honestly just depressed enough about how I've lost this thing that is a very real threat to a whole village. I'll give it a shot. You two can shout really loud, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna go take a walk straight out of the town. I'm intending to find whatever first river I run into. That's it. Just walking straight. I don't have that's the loosest target I can think of. I'm going to ignore various markers around me. I know how to survive in the forest. But good luck, you two. Don't trust any wildlife. If you run into trouble, shout your fucking lungs out. And after that, I'm just gonna walk back to town and we're gonna move on because I fucking run out of hope. It buried itself. If I can't find it this way, they can survive.
Okay, this is part of that montage of shit happening. You've got no issue. Proximo and Fane, give me survival checks.
You got it, Daddy-O.
If y'all are doing that. What about you, Proximo?
There we go.
Oh, gotta roll another 20. Hold on.
Why?
Oh, just because he's old and nothing seems to kill him.
Even when something works, it does one insanity instead of anything else.
Okay, during this time, we're gonna say over the same montage, going out doing stuff, y'all doing this. It's now Thursday. It's September 30th. You found nothing. Drake, you've come back to town. The other two haven't made it back. No one has seen them.
Well, that's either promising or bad.
Old John has actually gone out because Greld has been on him. You're looking at later that evening. He comes dragging these two back in. They're both in bad shape. They like 3 levels of exhaustion at least. Very haggard,
Solid.
malnourished, frostbitten. Because they were completely lost. John managed to find them.
Did we find anything cool whenever you lost?
No, you're scared out of your mind. That naked and afraid kind of feeling.
Boo.
While you were out, Drake, you noticed the wolf shadowing you. Not like trying to hide, but he, along the whole entire way was with you.
Getting
Unless
used to that a
specifically
bit.
you wanted it to join you at night or something, it was always nearby though.
I would say maybe 1 or 2 nights I would just sitting by a low fire, just kind of call it like a
Yeah.
testing to see if he was listening, and
Yeah, it always whenever
See
you
if
reached
he-
out for it, it showed up. It would even bring a couple times small game that it caught would bring nearby and eat near the fire. Not right up on it, but within the edge of the light.
oh good, you don't think so little of me. Fair enough.
It's food. Yeah,
At least one of those nights, as I'm sitting there consuming my own minor game, I just look across at the wolf and go, "Really fucked this one up, didn't I? We can't we can't retrieve it."
just kind of looks at you. You don't even pick up any kind of emotion from it. It's just looks at you, like it's not any kind of threatening or sad. It's just like an empty look at you, but not as if it's emotionless. There's nothing there to understand what to do. It's just like, yeah, it's a thing. It happened, you know. Or I guess the vibe you get is the
Shit stuff, bro.
disappointment, but is in like sometimes we lose our hunt. We move on. Will always be another hunt.
Fair enough. Oh. Yeah, grab some sleep. Head back to town. Kind of recon with the other two.
As they're brought in, like I say, they're feeling pretty bad, so it's going to take a couple of days of rest for them to remove exhaustion. Next day is Friday the 1st, and it's Oktoberfest. People are starting to decorate outside. People are starting to get merry and cheerful because there's going to be lots of beer and brats. And a wagon comes into town with people in there. You can hear them before they get there. There's hooting and hollering, and there's decorated up, and a lot of people come outside to greet them. And you see Seth and another girl come run up and like give each other a big hug. And joining kind of around everybody, there's of course, besides the big celebrations over the local lord or one of the local lords, a pair of them in the area, and the next little village is a little bit larger than this one, over about a day and a half away. Their 2 children their son and daughter are getting married, and one of the girls that Seth hug is his cousin. She actually works for one of the lords and is inviting the village to come partake of Oktoberfest festivities, as well as, you know, let everybody know the big wedding and to come show up. Apparently these have been 2 feuding houses, 2 feuding lords for several generations, and they're combining their houses and trying to make peace and increase their wealth.
Huh. Well,
Not French.
Oh, well, never mind. We're not going.
Useless ass party.
This would be the Lindsays and the Whiteleys.
Solid. Do any of us know anything about them, or
Y'all
no?
aren't from
Cool.
this area. Drake, you've probably heard the names. You don't know anything about them, but you know that you've heard of them.
Right, yeah. Maybe some shipments that came in to my town. Either from one or both. I want to try to find Seth. Actually,
I do hate to do this, but I do got to go to bed here soon.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, the Lindsays are known for their wood and wine export, and the Whiteleys for hemp and ale.
wine versus ale. Fight!
And wood versus hemp. But everybody's been invited for festivities and the wedding.
Cool. Yeah, I have a quick question for Seth. Otherwise, if our old man has to bail too, then it's more of a curiosity, and we can we reached a point there before the new story break.
That's up to y'all.
Well, I know you stay awake all night, so
That's why I'm saying it's
it's
up to
based
y'all.
on the rest of us.
I'm okay with seeing where this takes us, and then breaking. I just,
Yeah, as long as it's not going to take more than like 20 minutes, yeah.
If y'all want to segue it, unless there's something specific you want to ask these people, it's going to be they've come in, there's festivities are starting, a couple of days, because the wedding's going to be in like a week.
Mhm.
So y'all rest up a few more days because of the shit y'all been lost in the woods, get nursed back to health, and everybody travels that direction if that's where y'all are wanting to go.
Yeah,
Sure.
so I was trying to grab Seth when all of this news landed because we were just coming back in from basically a loss,
Right.
and just as all of the new hubbub is happening, I just wanted to kind of grab him to the side, be like, "Oi, what do you know about these two families? This is a whole lot of new rabble."
Their lord,
Like,
so this standard arrogance that comes with wealth and notoriety, but we get lots of our wine and ale, hemp. We don't really need to deal with the finer woods that the Lindsays do because we got plenty of here of our own. We don't need the higher craftsmanship, but they do a lot of trading and pretty much the most wealthy in this area.
how far away is the festivities from where we are now?
About a day and a half.
Day
Over in Prinwell.
Day and a half. Okay. That's what I'm most worried about. So, yeah.
So he mentions the town, you've heard of it, Prinwell.
Oh man, that's way down the trail. I don't think I've ever been that far. All right. Drake's doing just some math in the back of his head. Okay, well at least, yeah, this should be far enough away. Thanks, Seth. Definitely. Enjoy the
join us?
ale, enjoy the wine.
Will you all be joining us? We'd love to have you. Should be a good time.
Probably. I have some things I want to check out briefly, but then I could follow the crew down the road.
Okay, what do you want to take care of?
I'll make sure he gets there.
And Seth seems extremely happy. One, he like really happy to see. You see the joy in his face with his cousin there, and then the thought of not only Oktoberfest foods but wedding foods. He looks really happy and excited. Not so much about them getting. He doesn't care about them getting married, but the wine and ale and food is going to be available.
Open bar?
Hell yeah!
No, I've got this lingering doubt about what we're trying to leave behind in the forest without thinking about it. So I want to spend like maybe a half a day just keeping the rear guard before I finally say, all right, fuck it, and move on.
During this whole time you've been going out and searching during your walk, aimless walk, and nothing is out of the ordinary. Just standard wood stuff. Other than any time you try to go back that direction, you get turned around at a certain point, but it's never the same point.
That's really gonna fuck with me for the rest of my character until he finally dies.
So y'all, I guess, are you done with this part? Ready to move to the next one?
Yeah, if that's where the narrative ends with that particular
Well,
element.
that's up to you. Like I say, this is
Well-
open. I'm trying not to. Everything that we've done tonight has been ad-libbed because, like I said, I don't know what y'all are going to choose or where to go. I have something planned. We're just now kind of getting to that. Otherwise, I'm just running with whatever y'all do.
Yeah, that's where Drake would leave off, is if he's attempted over and over and over again and gave it one last shot and couldn't find his buried treasure,
Yeah.
then yeah, we'll move forward, or he'll move forward towards the village, kind of all shuffling off towards a larger town down the road.
So y'all travel. It's uneventful. You get there. There's all kind. It's much larger village. While not a city, it's a larger village by far. The housing is much nicer. You can definitely tell the woodwork here is exceptional. There's all kinds of garlands and things hung out. There are kegs, decorative type kegs. There are big like wooden mugs on top of posts. Everywhere it's all Oktoberfest here. The standard, girls got their dresses on. They're green and white with the bodice prominently pushing everything to the forward. Lots of beer being passed around, sausages and brats. I mean, Lucky would be having a fit here.
These aren't pocket sausages. These are
All
mega
the sausages are coming out of pockets.
Yeah, everybody's, the wedding's coming up in a couple of days, so y'all have time to like look around town, get to know and meet people. You're looking at the predominant people you meet. Harold Lindsay is the groom. Asking around, he's a young man, no known enemies. Young noble. He enjoys falconry and archery. He loves the Nissa Whiteley is the bride. Loves her very much. It's anybody talks about. He's always talking about her and doting over her. She seems to be about the same over for him. Harold Lindsay is the father of the groom. He's the local lord. Frederick Lindsay is the brother of the groom. The older brother, or younger brother, excuse me. Lorik Whiteley is the grandfather of the bride, and Luther Whiteley is the uncle's bride, uncle of the bride. The father, apparently, you've learned he died in a hunting accident several years back, so that's why he's not here. Unless there's something specific you want to do, other than eat and drink and be merry.
I actually gotta go to bed.
Nope, I'm good. Yeah.
Before you go to bed, let me do the wedding ceremony. Then you can leave off. So, let's get specific. It's y'all have been put up at a place. Day of the wedding comes. Let me move my fucking page. It's a gray autumn afternoon in the village of Prinwell, but the residents are all excited and festive. After years of petty feuding, two of the village's most prominent and influential families, the Lindsays and the Whiteleys, are finally making peace as the young noble Master Harold Lindsay takes the beautiful Lady Nissa Whiteley's hand in marriage. The entire town is in attendance, and you all find your eyes moist with tears of joy, and as the lanky Justice Gerald orates in a booming voice. And as they consume this wine symbolizing the union, may Lady Nissa and Master Harold become one, whereby only death itself may come between them. The young couple will give each other a loving kiss and begin drinking from two ornate goblets. Cheers erupt from the crowd. The newlyweds look at each other blissfully before you notice Lady Nissa starts to cough and sputter. She drops her cup of wine and it smashes, spilling the dark contents across the ground. Suddenly, hooded and robed figures rush from the surrounding forest, and all around you, the joyful cheers begin transforming into screams. To your left, you see Farmer Todd's bald, sunburned head get smashed with a large mallet, and with a revolting pop, it explodes like a rotting pumpkin, splattering those around him with skull and blood. You're horrified to see more figures rushing through the crowd, decapitating and disemboweling guests indiscriminately. Turning back to the newlyweds, you see one of the robed figures grip Master Harold's neck in what appears to be a tentacle. Suddenly, Justice Gerald desperately pummels at the assailant with his fists, but with a sickening crunch, the figure tightens its tentacle, popping the young nobleman's head savagely from his torso before running back into the forest with its bloody prize in its clutches. As you reach down for your daggers, your hands find only empty scabbards as you now remember how weapons were banned from the ceremony. Panic grips the crowd, and the robed figures continue to rip through the wedding courtyard. What are y'all doing?
I'm gonna go find my Morning Star.
Now there's all
Oh
kinds of
man,
stuff.
where was the weapons desk?
This was
I'm
I
gonna
didn't go
start
through it's a
trying
wedding
to-
ceremony. There's been festivities. No one's armed. You would have just left wherever you're staying. Your weapons and stuff would either been in your cart or left
Yeah.
where you're staying.
At
Just
home.
because it's a wedding ceremony, you're not going to be like garbed for combat.
Really wishing I had that now.
Now there are improvised things. There's chairs. There are
was gonna say, I guess I'm gonna go WWE on these guys.
There's steak knives. There's utensils and things around. You could get knives for daggers. You could pick up candlesticks for candlestick holders for clubs. There's improvised weapons doing anywhere from a D4 to a D6, depending on what you pick up.
I want a candlestick and a fork.
Okay.
And we're gonna dual wield this shit.
Yeah, I'm definitely grabbing for something serrated, so
I'm
probably two
sticking
daggers.
to the fists
Yeah,
that I currently possess.
being
Switch to
unarmed is not
fists.
exactly a fucking penalty for you.
Listen, all right, not everything's a penalty.
Okay. Now this
So
y'all are grabbing.
we
weapons.
watched the groom get killed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some
this-
robed figure comes up, and it looks. You're not positive because it can't have been what you saw, but it looked like his arm and hand looked. It was a tentacle that wrapped around his throat and then squeezed and popped the head off.
Yeah, we've definitely not seen anything weird in the last month.
No, but this is like still, it's something. While you've seen weird stuff, a human with a tentacle arm.
Yeah, that would still be new. Cool. Yeah, I'm scrabbling for like the nearest pair of dagger-like objects, which are probably
there's
like
plenty
steak
of
knives.
and stuff. Knife type things are going to do D4s. Candlesticks, breaking a leg off a chair are going to be D6s for like club damage. And
Cool. So
it's a
They don't
DC
get to add anything to that. It's just the dice, right?
Yeah, it's just the die. Well, if you've got strength bonus for those, or if it's a knife and you've got like dexterity, it's going to be a finesse weapon.
mm,
Otherwise, it'll be strength for like club type things. Okay, one cultist rushes and let me see. Rushes you, Proximo.
How do you feel about that, Proximo?
Pretty
he
good.
dies.
And he hits. 5 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice. He says as he takes a knife to the chest.
And it's your turn, Proximo.
I'm pretty sure Proximo was about to go to bed.
This is a quick thing. That's why I figured he'd want to get into that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an attack on cultist. I don't have that map.
There's not a map. Just
Okay, I'm scrolling with strength.
theater of the mind, so you can just describe how you want to do it.
I'm just gonna beat him over the head with my
Yeah,
candlestick.
Cultist 11 is the one that was attacking you. You want to target him.
Oh, he's in the okay.
Yeah, in the combat tracker.
Tracker, right?
Oh God, there's so many. Oh wait, there's 4.
No.
I saw the numbers. I was like,
Is that
oh wait.
targeted?
You had him targeted, you untargeted him. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
So you can just roll like your weapon, whatever your normal weapon, your morning star, just roll to hit with it, but then just drop a d4 plus whatever your strength is. Or a d6,
Makes
whichever
sense.
one you're using.
Oh, okay, there we go. My brain was just not processing what you said for or the stuff. That's a 9.
Wow, that's a 19.
That's
You're
a solid
fine.
hit with candlestick holder.
It's a Professor Plum in the
Candlestick's not gonna do
library.
much, it's just going to break, but the holder's going to hurt.
Yeah, you said D6, right?
Yeah, D6 plus strength. You can put your strength mod in the one.
Yeah, it's
if
right
you
there.
want, go to items and just put a club in your inventory if you want. And then
I
you
just
can-
got the modifier here already up.
That's fine.
That's an 8.
Ooh.
The
Bonk.
old man is a beast.
You crack him upside the head. Drake.
I'm scrabbling for 2 serrated daggers.
Yeah, you've got 2 steak knives or something there.
Mm-hmm. Who's near me? Am
Take
I
your
anywhere
choice.
close to?
Say this is theater of the mind, and it's just a chaotic melee. So take your choice.
All right, I want to scrabble across the table, try and stab at Cultist 1 once, and then Cultist 11, who is in combat with Proximo.
Here's your bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see. I've got. Let me.
Yeah, you've got a dagger, so you should just use it.
Okay. So let me do the first dagger attack at the one that's kind of to my left, that I don't have to reach across the table for. Sweet.
That's a hit.
So how much damage does the steak knife do?
Dagger. Just roll. If you've got a dagger in there, just roll the damage. Yeah.
Wow. He's just out.
Wow,
So I guess,
Colt
like, as
One is
I-
a bitch.
Yeah, as I scramble across the table, I find his jugular just like directly with my left arm.
I've got for what I'm doing here with hit points. I'm having it randomly roll their hit points, so I don't even know what they're going to have. It's just whatever the range is for their level. You could have a dude with like 3 hit points, another dude could have maybe 18. You don't know.
Okay, so I leave that steak knife just in his neck as he's like gasping out on the floor.
Okay.
And then I reach across with my right arm to try and hit the one that Proximo's engaged with. So let's do another dagger roll. Ugh. And I miss.
Just too far. You like the table gets in the way and you just can't reach him.
So I just end up rolling closer to him.
Cultist 13 is going after Seth.
Proximo.
I was
Damn
kind of hoping it was going to be me anyway. I've got riposte now. Enemies coming at me are in for a bad time.
Fang, it's your go.
I'm gonna
You can just punch.
clobber. Cultist 13. He went after my boy.
That's a
shit.
Absolutely.
Is that with a punch?
that's right to the throat.
No, hang. Okay, now hang on before we do this. Is your fist just a D4?
Oh, yeah, that's what it says. It doesn't feel right, but that's what it
No,
says.
it starts out. I'm just making because it continues to go. I think at fifth it moves to a D6. However, the way I do criticals, if you do a critical, your weapon damage is always maximum. So you'll do one more point of damage to that guy because you rolled a 3 for your die.
Rad.
And that was which one? 13?
Mhm.
Yeah, the one that went after my boy Seth.
Yeah, and that was enough. That extra point there is enough to kill him. You just like totally
Oh
like
man, I
you
wanted to
punch him
know.
in the throat. Or you describe how you do it.
I'm just curious. He took the roll to when he took over half his health and damage, right?
Yeah, that's a system shock. So if he hadn't died, he would be stunned.
If he
Oh,
wasn't
rad.
dead, he would still be dead. Just it would take longer.
Turns
Yeah,
out he's dead though.
I'm
Okay.
probably just gonna absolutely, like crush his neck with like in the most recent Judge Dredd where he just fucking hits the judge in the neck and he's like crushed his pipe and gasping for air on the ground.
Okay, Seth's up. Actually, no. Seth's like somewhere else because I'm not stealing your stuff. Oh no, because he was attacked. Fuck it, yeah. He's attacked Cultist 5.
He's
here now.
cowering.
He's here now.
He's gonna kill everything. See,
Yeah,
that's the
I
hit.
don't want an NPC like doing all that.
I kind of love this anthology of Seth.
This isn't even our story. This is Seth's story.
So Seth.
This is
punches
what I
his,
signed up for.
Or he takes a candlestick, whacks him. It says it's a scimitar, but it's just a D6 damage. Or short sword, same damage.
Gotcha.
Dude makes his system shock roll, but he got clocked pretty hard. That dude's gonna attack Seth back.
Don't die,
Oh, my
Seth.
And miss.
Oh, thank God.
Top of the order, Fing.
Well, now I have to go for Cultist 5. He attacked Seth.
Damn.
Bonk.
It's Seth's go. He's going to run towards Cultist 11, but he can't get there. Cultist 11 is attacking Proximo. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hang on. 1 to 3 is Proximo. Otherwise, Drake, you're getting the attention.
Yay.
It's Proximo. And a miss.
I riposte.
Okay.
Since he missed, I can use my reaction and expend a superiority die to make a melee weapon, or to make a melee attack against him.
Damn, a whole melee weapon.
I can just slap him with a whole melee weapon. So here's my. Oh, I guess I should target him, huh?
Or if you have the dice, you can also drag it and drop it on the cultist in the combat tracker. Either one work.
You're right.
Wait, what melee weapon are you using?
The candlestick thing.
Oh,
I
there
also
you go.
have fork in my other hand anyway. Oh, I meant to roll that on him.
Jesus.
I just did 6.
Just
What's your
absolutely
strength?
wreck him.
Now, isn't the superiority die a D8?
I'm sorry, what?
Isn't the superiority die a D8?
Oh, I do get an additional D8. Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Then what's your strength?
Is it both?
Oh, plus strength. Yeah, you're right. Shit, which is another 3. So I just did 12.
12? Yeah.
The way I envision
Powder
it.
his spine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I actually like slam his head with it, and I don't just stop with his head. I push his head to the table beneath us and just splatter his bones and brains all over the place.
Okay. That's awesome. They fall. You see after those, you look around and the there's just like a lot of dead villagers there, and you see the rest of the cultists are just all fleeing into the woods. At this point, Frederick Lindsay rushes up to y'all with hysteria in his eyes. He's like, "His head's been taken, for the love of all that's good, my brother's head!" And he's just freaking out. And then you hear a strong voice booming out. He's like, "This was your doing!" And you turn and you see Herod Lindsay, the father of the groom, stabbing an accusatory finger at Luther Whiteley, the bride's uncle. "You never approved of this marriage, and now you've robbed these robed brigands have taken my son's head. You and your kind will pay." And then Luther retorts, "Liar! It was you who tried to poison Lady Nyssa. I will make you pay in blood if it's the last I do, if you do not retract these accusations." Then there's a scuffle just starts out at that point, and between the two, and the members from both families start pulling them apart. And as that's going on, what do you want to do besides go to bed?
I absolutely got to go to bed. I'm pushing less than 4 hours of sleep now.
That's no problem. Say that was the main thing. Say this is a good stopping point if you want to. Otherwise, it will be mostly some investigation stuff, probably.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Night.
See ya.
Have a good one, dude.
Absolutely. The first thing I want to do is go slink onto the table where Lady White spilled her wine and investigate.
Yeah, I'm like, is she dead too?
That was what transpired right there. If you needed to reread. Yeah, you checked the wine. It looks like it was poured from a rare bottle of Bethany Red, and checking around, it was provided by the Lindsay family.
Dumb question. Is
There's
it
some
poison?
fuckery going on.
You
So-
wanna
so-
drink it?
I'm gonna try to do everything but drink it. See if it,
Sniff it,
yeah.
just kind of rotate it in the glass.
Want to make sure that I can get all the all the easy
All the-
guesses out of the way.
All the notes. There's some cherry, some walnut, some treachery.
No,
Make sure
she's not dead.
Yeah, didn't she get out of here? Or...
No, she's.
No, I thought she passed out.
Yeah, she passed. Say she's not dead though. People have rushed.
Huh.
Her family's rushed to get her, and you see she's starting to come to. So,
I'll dab it on the end of my my finger and look over at Drake and be like, "All right, let's find out how poisoned this is." And I'll just
I'm ready with a hammer.
I'll put put some of it in my mouth.
it actually just the hint. If your character happens to like wine, just a tiny bit of flavor is like great flavor in this. And then after a few minutes, the aftertaste has got it. Your tongue is numbs and stings a little bit. So you reckon there's something in it, but it's not it's nothing that you're gonna have to roll on or nothing. So you just took like a little bit.
I'm sorry, you cut out at the end there.
Say there's nothing you're gonna have to make con checks or anything like that. You can tell that it's
Okay.
at first it's like, hey, this is
So if
really
I had,
yeah, but then there's a sting in it that's not typically associated with wine.
right. So if I had actually had more of it, it wouldn't have been great.
Possibly.
And as I'm watching him, he doesn't fall to the ground for a half hour.
I'll look over at you, Drake, and I'll be like, something's definitely wrong with this wine.
Yeah, and
I can't feel my tongue.
Yeah, it is provided by the Lindsay family. She is I'm sorry. Let me check my notes. Yeah, so it's provided by the groom's family.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. punched my windscreen.
That's why the accusations and stuff.
Anything you want to look for, Drake? I did the wine thing.
But while it,
I was about to do the same, honestly, but then you went and like gobbled it all down. So, well, that says a lot, honestly. But I think I'm gonna keep my insights to next time.
those are the family crests too that are around the area.
I'm absolutely gonna go and see if Lady White is okay and if she needs any chiropractor in her life.
I'm low key scanning group
got-
for people who aren't running in panic.
Not only say the cultists appear to be the only ones that were running, and they're gone out into the woods. You've got dead villagers and dead cultists laying around the area. As you go check on Lady Nissa, she's she's in and out of coherency, and seems mostly in shock and just whimpers repeatedly. "Oh, my poor sweet Harold."
Huh.
The grandfather of the bride, he's quiet and emotionally despondent, and when he does have any kind of action, he's fretting over the welfare of his granddaughter.
You said as you say Lady Nissa was coming to.
She's in and out of coherency. It's from
Okay.
she's been poisoned, and then the shock of her betrothed just having his head removed in front of her.
Yeah. That happens.
Like you do.
Well, let's go talk to Mr. Herod Lindsay and Luther separately, because apparently they can't have a conversation in the same room. So
No.
maybe one at a time.
So who you want to talk to first?
Drake, who are we talking to first? You're the face here. All right, listen. I'm not as beautiful as you, okay?
I'm trying to wonder if we need to talk to anybody at all. We followed the whole fucking retinue down here for the wedding. We got our food. They want to fucking kill each other, then that's their business.
Well, I mean, surely there's a reason that you can find to help solve this issue, if it isn't to cease innocent villagers from getting clobbered and
Or y'all do the whole Homer Simpson and just kind of fade into the bushes?
I mean, I'm not. I have to figure out what's going on in here. There's obviously something to gain from all of this. Ugh.
And your insights for?
Do I feel like anything is particularly messed up?
Besides the entire situation?
I just so we already got various leads that the families didn't like each other, and then the bride seemed to be poisoned but then wasn't, and then a whole bunch of people showed up and decapitated the groom but then ran away. Like, I'm more trying to feel out, like, is this the same bullshittery that humankind is doing to each other in this world, or do I feel like something else is going on?
There's what little you know of lords and wealthy people, there's all kinds of backstabbing going on. Always, someone's trying to
Yeah.
get the leg up. Now, while you've all heard stories of your versions of Romeo and Juliet kind of stuff, you've never witnessed anything like that. But wealthy houses trying to fuck the others over, sure. But you've also heard plenty of stories of wealthy houses combining their houses for mutual gain.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not unheard of either. What doesn't seem quite to make sense is why, if one family was trying to poison the other's child, why would a bunch of cultists attack and kill the other side, unless just so coincidentally that both sides were trying to harm the other on a day of celebration and combining their houses? Doesn't really make sense, but you don't know, those kind of dealings really. It's not your lifestyle. It doesn't seem like that would be a beneficial move for either house to do.
Tell you what doesn't sit right with me, Fang.
Mm-hmm.
This fucking third party that shows up, makes off with the groom's head, isn't bothering with the bride, and doesn't seem to be related to either house.
So,
So I
we...
feel like we didn't get enough free meals before we got here. Basically.
Well, um, Harold accused Luther of these brigands, as he so eloquently put it.
And Luther is the patriarch of which house again?
Whiteley.
Luther is the uncle of the bride.
So, the uncle of the girl that just got poisoned
Mhm,
was supposed to be in charge of all of this mess?
There wasn't
Of
any
course.
one person that was in charge. This was like different people doing. They're trying to split responsibility. Okay, this side, you're going to provide dowry. This side, we're providing the wine. You're providing the food. You're paying for the dress. We're paying for the tables. It's back and forth. There's not one person that was planning it all.
So I think I want to leave most of the investigation to like a further session, but I guess the one last thing I want to check, given how we know, or I guess maybe we know or don't, you can ask me for roles or whatever. I basically want to see, do we see anyone else exhibiting symptoms that the bride did?
Nope. Nobody else drank out of that. Was like a bottle for the couple.
Is it still there?
That's what Feng was checking out. He tasted some of it and could tell that there's something in it that's not healthy.
Yeah.
Not strong enough apparently to kill her, or she didn't get a big enough gulp before it affected her.
We should fix that.
Madam, come back here. Have another
then-
glass.
In the name of science.
Oi, Fang. Wait, quick. Fix my back. Now drink this.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm prepped to try and Scooby Doo this shit. Next time.
Next time.
Cool. Well, that's where we'll kill the stream for tonight. Thanks for actually no one showed up tonight. Damn.
Blah.
I felt bad. I was watching the numbers the whole time. I mean, you got a couple.